And yo, we are here, Ball Central Podcast. We are back. Shout out to the guys, Akeem, Elijah, and John for holding it down. Last week I was under the weather, and I still am a little bit of cough here and there. But hey, right as of today, this week me and John and a special guest to be named later. John still has no idea
Ooh,
who it
I have
is.
no idea who the special guest is, but
So
apparently I've met them, so let's get it.
yeah, so just a hint for John to think about the show. Football lover. Uh,
Who's their
Definitely
team?
someone that hasn't been on the podcast before. So
Who's their team? Can I have that? Can I have that?
that'd be too easy. That'd be a dead giveaway. It'll be a dead giveaway.
What? All right, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, just those two things for now. So I'll drop hits here and there. Ball Central Podcast available every Wednesday at noon. YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify for all your podcast needs. So, John, how's your week been?
It's been wild. And it's probably because of the MLB offseason with some new signings from some particular teams. Caught some people off guard. It's been a lot of hellos, a lot of goodbyes, a lot of thank yous.
A lot of pump fakes as well. Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. We're still. We don't know if that's official or not as of the time we're recording this. So, I'm interested to see what happens and continue to see what happens. But I've had a pretty decent week. How about you, Phil? How you feeling? Back on the podcast. Looking better than that. I'm just saying, you're looking good, Phil.
Still recovering from the coughing thing, but hey, we're here. We're good enough to be here. And hey, another week, another me and John episode, and I'm really excited for the special guest. So,
are you okay? Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rub it in every chance I get because I know
I'm excited too. Then I guess let's get it.
You better be okay. So, we're gonna kick things off with a little basketball while we make time for our special guest to be here. Let's see. We're gonna start off with, the Lakers have been a very hot topic all year, so we're gonna start off with them. As of right now, Anthony Davis is not playing due to flu-like symptoms, but the last 10 games they've been 8-2. AD's playing like a superstar we thought he was. 30 points per game, multiple rebounds, etc., etc. Westbrook, phenomenal off the bench. His usual triple-double self, not like all triple-doubles, but close to them. Just everyone gelling, Austin Reeves, etc., etc. What do you think of the Lakers season so far, and can they hold this level of play?
I'm liking this revive because a lot of people, especially to start off the season, thought they were dead like last year. Very old, very hurt, very not in contention. But I think with Russ coming off the bench, I'm excited to see what these Lakers do and who they add come trade deadline time or who they trade away. I think LeBron's been healthy. AD's been somewhat healthy. I know he was out today with the flu. Hey, everyone gets sick. So, take a day or two off. You know what I mean? Especially the way he's playing. So, I don't know if you feel it, but I feel like the Lakers I think they're definitely a playoff team, and I'm excited to see what happens at the end of the year.
Okay. John's statement. They're definitely a playoff team.
I think they're a playoff team. I think they're a bottom tier at least playoff team.
I'm gonna take the off, cross that out, and put in. They're a play-in team.
Okay, which is basically, 7th, 8th is in already, but they got to play in.
They're going to be 7 to 10 seed.
Okay, I think they are a 6 to 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 9 seed. If I had to today, you know what I mean? But I think they're gelling, so I think they could be better with LeBron.
First of all, don't let this Laker team fool you, John. This whole recent success, yes, it's nice and all, but it's still the same damn roster from last year.
Understandable.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Lakers.
It's not the same roster though.
Oh, Patrick Beverley, etc., etc.
You got some you got some people in the locker room that are going to start saying things if they're not winning, and they're not winning or at least competing. You know what I mean? So Russ going to the bench was a big sacrifice to his ego, and I think if they keep doing things like that for the betterment of the team, they're a play-in at least team for you. You know what I mean?
So I got to see more. I got to see more consistency.
What do we got next? Ooh, we got some drama down south.
Oh, so ATL, those ATL boys, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. Recent news: they had a game against Houston. They scored 80 points together. They were celebrating. They were dancing. They were showing off, and then they lost against the Rockets.
Houston's young. You know what I mean? So they could be losing a lot, but they could
also Kevin Porter.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks after that, their coach, Nate McMillan, I believe, that's the coach, and Trae Young got into an argument, etc., and they've been, not the best of friends ever since. So, yeah, what do we think of this situation? Should we listen? Is the player at fault? Is the coach at fault? How should Atlanta handle this? Should they trade him away?
I think depending on what happens, this is going to affect Atlanta for years to come. So, I think if they trade Trae Young away, is that the betterment for the team? You know what I mean? Is that going to make the team better? Or do they need to take a step back and realize the media is in their house? You know what I mean? And guess what? You can have a fight, you know what I mean? But you can also make up and start winning some more games. You know what I mean? And I think that's realistically what's going to move past this. Atlanta's a young, fresh team that a lot of people see going deep, especially if this tandem can continue. And I mean, I haven't been looking at the situation as deep as I should be, especially with the coach, because I'd like to know more about that. But I do think they're young, and I think they're fiery, and I don't know. I wouldn't trade him personally. What about you, Phil?
Honestly, they should have, not Dallas should have not made that trade. Or sorry, Atlanta should have not made that trade. You should have kept Luka. Should have kept Luka.
Oh, what are we talking about here? Why are we
should have kept Luka? I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, I get it. They were ahead. They did trade back for him. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like, it's not like Trae Young's been a bust. You know what I mean?
No, he hasn't.
He's been a great player. You know what I mean? So he's been really competitive. Last year in the playoffs, yeah, he slipped up. But I mean, I don't think this team or this organization folds on him, at least this early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got DeJounte Murray in the offseason. He's been good so far for them. They could be a decent playoff team.
Do you think they still need to add pieces to really compete for a title?
Probably. They got to figure out what they want to do with John Collins because he's injured or he's on the trade block, etc., etc. Do they want to keep him? Do they want to move him around? Figure out what you want to do with John Collins. That's the main priority. Because you could trade him for a better piece or you could keep him. There's just so many options. It's like they're stuck in the decision-making of what they want to do with their starting power forward.
I get that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, NBA teams, undefeated boxer wants to buy an NBA team. We don't know what team. We don't know how he's going to do it, but Floyd Mayweather, fresh off his fight against a YouTuber named Deji, he's looking to buy an NBA team, and he's willing to pay $2 billion or more for it. So what do we think about this?
I think it's definitely going to cost more than $2 billion. I don't mean to be like that, but the NBA and WNBA and MLB and NFL keep rising. So I mean, if you're talking small market team like maybe Seattle, maybe that could be $2 billion. You know what I mean? Why couldn't they buy into the league? You know what I mean? Maybe get a first overall pick in a year or two. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm a big fan of Floyd Mayweather, but I don't know. It's interesting.
Is it Suns still for sale?
Is it Tyson or Floyd Mayweather?
It's Floyd.
Okay, my bad.
I'm about to say the Suns still for sale.
I mean, I don't know.
With the ownership problems there, maybe this might be possible. He could be a Phoenix Suns owner.
I mean, I think it's possible for a lot of different things, and I mean, he's got a lot of money. And you think he wants to be the majority owner? That's what we're talking about here.
Yep, absolutely.
It's I don't know. I would say it also raises a question mark too. I need to see a plan in place, or I need to see some action. What happens when he takes over? Just because, I mean, who do you think the worst NBA team is right now, run wise, like The Office, realistically? Like if you had to say three, who would you say? You'd probably say the Knicks.
Absolutely.
I would say
the Knicks, the Nets.
You'd probably say Charlotte.
Yeah, Knicks, Nets, Charlotte.
And Charlotte. Okay, cool. So the Knicks, guy who's owned the team forever, doesn't listen to people. All right, kind of like no offense, that's what Floyd should not do. You got Michael Jordan, who he's won at everything, and I mean maybe he listened to the wrong people, and that's why they've had some bad drafts. I don't know. And then you got the Nets, who are like Floyd, brand new to the NBA scene. You know what I mean, and don't really know who to pick between their front office or their stars. So I don't know. I think it will be better, but it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, Jordan could do everything, but built a very decent team in Charlotte. Yikes!
Because you also see D Wade as like a minority owner. You know what I mean?
Utah, yeah,
taking over in Utah maybe in like the next 10 years. You know what I mean? When he builds more business or buys more into it, or maybe he sells that. But I don't know. I'm for it. I think that NBA teams should trade franchises more. You know what I mean? They should sell teams if they're really not going to compete. So
yeah, speaking of players and teams being bought out, the Alex Rodriguez is a part owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's our the transitions, exquisite. Yeah, the Timberwolves. They're struggling here and there. Cat is injured right now. Anthony Edwards and Gobert are having the what's it called the Donovan Mitchell effect and the Rudy Gobert effect. But this time, instead of like once every game, Anthony Edwards is passing to Gobert one every 4 games. So, do we think the Timberwolves made a mistake in signing Gobert?
I mean, Phil, I need to hear your reaction about it because I thought this trade was bad from the get. You know what I mean? Like, no offense. When I saw that trade, I was just like, they think they're a playoff team. They're not. So, I mean, I don't think Rudy Gobert is an offensive threat, and that's what Minnesota needed. You know what I mean? They needed another offensive threat compared to someone on defense. You know what I mean? Cat's injured, so maybe he's going to do it defensively for them. But I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the trade to begin with, and hopefully it helps. You know what I mean? Hopefully they're struggling, and you know what I mean? They can pick it up with a game or two. What do you think, Phil?
I mean, defensive wise, it makes sense, but overall, it doesn't. Just because you have Gobert, who his defensive player of the year winner multiple times, we don't know what he can do in defense, but he often struggles on offense, and you need a center that could do everything all around. That's what the big man is for. Someone who could rebound, block, and as well as get into transition and score as well. And no one's scared of Gobert offensively. I mean, yes, he's tall. He get like put back dunks here and there, but he doesn't have an offensive game that he can claim as his own. So,
and he needs to work more, I think, with his star. You know what I mean? He needs to put more time in with that because, like, look at Steven Adams in Memphis. You know what I mean? He went from Russell Westbrook, who is this amazing point guard, to then not having him. You know what I mean? Getting lucky enough to go work with Ja. Man does anything for Ja. Ja needs a door open. Door is open. Ja needs
a towel.
Pass your towel. All right. This is the man who's making us money. You know what I mean? So I think if maybe there needs to be more time they spend together. I don't know what to do to fix this, but
right.
Steven Adams rebounds, he puts back up things, you know what I mean? And he
can pass too. He can low-key pass.
He can.
Well, right. Speaking of centers, we also have a center that is making a lot of noise right now. Manute Bol's son, Mr. Bol. How do you feel about him so far this season?
I think I love it. I love it. I love how he regenerized. Like he started his career back up again down in Orlando with a big, like they were missing an offensive big man. You know what I mean? And he's really producing.
He replaced Vooch, yeah.
Yeah. And is Mo Bamba still there? Mo Bamba's still there, right? Yeah. So I mean, he's helping out Mo Bamba, but I mean, he was drafted by Denver and then cut.
Yeah, I think he was traded away
to the Magic.
To the Celtics, maybe.
Okay.
He just moved. He moved around a lot, though. We can say that.
Yeah, I think he's starting now, right? So like, I'm just saying, like, I think somebody dropped the ball on this guy because he's young and because he didn't produce right away. You know what I mean? I think it's awesome that Orlando picks up these players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, their draft sucks, but they also like picked up Fultz a couple years ago. You know what I mean? A number 1 overall pick who everyone just gave up on, and he's producing. So
yeah, it's just the trouble with any sport, baseball, basketball, football. They want the guy to come in and automatically produce, and not willing to wait the fully time and have the coaching staff and team actually fully develop him into the player they want to. They want like success immediately, like the Lamar Jacksons, the LeBron James, etc., etc.
And I like what like the NBA is doing with like the D League. You know what I mean? Like letting them like it's almost like a minor league for basketball, but I think they need to add to it more or build upon it. You know what I mean? They need to start making those places like way more comfortable, almost like a college campus. You know what I mean? Like, you ever see those like tours of like LSU or like Alabama or whatever with the football team? That's what it should be like for the NBA. They should start investing in these kids because like some people don't produce right away. Some people wait until they're 24. You know what I mean? That might be the end of some people's career, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of I think basketball slips through the cracks a lot, and a lot of these kids go to China, like Stephon Marbury winning stuff in China for like years.
Dwight Howard.
I mean, Dwight Howard as well, but I mean, I think you can also fall out of grace and fall into like a position role. You know what I mean? Where we're doing a task or a type of thing. So I don't know. I think the NBA needs to. I just put more money where their mouth is when it comes to these younger guys, especially if we're like getting away from like the draft. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your draft's only two drafts, like 2 rounds. Like how often are you seeing these kids? You know what I mean? Especially because they're coming from all over the country. So
yeah. Also, we have Nation. Everyone had them in high hopes and high regards at the beginning of the year. Fast forward to now, we've seen more of Paul George than Kawhi Leonard, but we haven't seen much of the duo actually play together. But most recently, I think last game or the game before, Kawhi Leonard scored like 15 or 16 and hit a clutch jump shot to win the game. So
he did, yeah.
It's nice to see Kawhi, but if they want to be taken seriously, we need to actually figure out like what's actually wrong with Kawhi Leonard, and is it actually load management, or they're trying to just preserve him for the playoffs because we don't know what the identity of this Clippers team is at the moment. So
yeah. I'm surprised too. I got a lot of questions with the Clippers. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of them to start off the season. I was kind of surprised everyone else was. I saw the John Wall deal happen, and I kind of felt like it was the same thing the Knicks did last year. You know what I mean? When they added
Kemba?
Yeah, when they added Kemba. You know what I mean? I was really excited. You know what I mean? But
what did I tell you?
He's an old guard. I'm just being honest. Overall, like he's a 2. You know what I mean? Who shouldn't be playing every single day, but should get 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong by that, and I like John Wall, but I think when your 2 stars don't show up together like consistently, like it's harder for you to win. So
yeah, I mean Zubac had like a 26 rebound game the other day. Yeah. And think about what this team can do when fully healthy.
He's good. They have a lot of good individual players. They just need to play. And it's funny because like I won't like them all year, and then they'll go to the playoffs and they'll play some team that they can just outshoot. You know what I mean? They can out rebound, they can out hustle, and it's like, oh, okay, they won a series, okay, but they don't go too far. Do you know what I mean? Because somebody gets injured, or
right.
I don't know.
They have a lot of good pieces. They just need the team fully together. That's it. Because they have a very deep team. John Wall's been playing decent. Everyone has been playing decent. They just need to know what they look like fully healthy. That's it. That's the big problem.
They do.
It's a big what if. So,
speaking of what ifs, what do you think of the Utah Jazz? Hot start and now cooling down.
8-2 and 2-8. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. Like, yes, it was a good start for the Jazz, but let's be real. This is not a competitive or playoff team.
I mean, that's what we thought, and I mean, we can be proven wrong again. But I don't know. It can't all be on one guy. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna change your culture and get rid of Gobert, who was all your defense, and then your offense and Mitchell, like it's hard to put together a solid team the year after you completely change your culture. So
right,
they will struggle.
Yeah, they need to find a couple of things for me. They need to find how to play defense reliantly.
Okay.
They need to find the alpha. Who's going to be the leader of this group?
Don't have one. I tell you that right now. They're young, so.
And this goes with the alpha, but they need someone they can trust down the stretch. Like the clutch time, who's getting the ball? Is it Clarkson? Is it Sexton? Is it Laurie?
Okay.
Is it Conley?
I would say it's Sexton, realistically.
Yeah, Sexton or Laurie.
The alpha. I would say that's who I would give the ball to at the end, personally.
Yeah, either him or Laurie. Laurie's been decent down the stretch.
He has been decent, but I think you're right. I think at the end of the game, you need to give the ball to somebody. You need to decide who that is.
So they need to find a better center. They need to figure out their center situation. Because off the top of my head, I can't name you the Utah Jazz center.
Well, that's
Kelly Olynyk. It's Olynyk. Sorry.
It is. Okay. But he's been injured somewhat, right?
Yeah.
So.
And plus, he's not the best center, so he's got to find a better balance with everything.
Especially when you trade away Gobert, he's not like he was the best center, but he was like a top 10. I'll tell you that right there.
Right.
All right.
Also, speaking of, top 10s, I made a top 10 statement beginning of the year. Sacramento will have more wins than the Lakers. Fast forward to now. Guess who has more wins?
Who has them?
Sacramento.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, they've gone with a little thing to help build up their team and etc. called Light the Beam. Every time they win, they light a little purple beam outside their arena. So hey, they've been on a roll lately.
The Angels do that too. The Angels do that too, and they do that for parking or for Uber. I was there this summer, and it's really cool how they have like different beams for different things. But yeah, I don't agree with that statement. I'm gonna hold you to that at the end of the season. I believe the Lakers can come back and at least have a better record than Sacramento. I'll tell you that right the freak now. All right, I don't mean to be like that. I've been trying to hold back cursing. All right, Phil. Like I went through something this weekend in baseball, and I'm trying to hold back cursing. And you saying Sacramento still? How what's the game difference? Do you have that with you?
Sacramento has 13 wins.
Okay.
The Lakers have 10. So 3 games.
Right, so 3 wins you're talking about. We're still in the ball game.
I didn't say about how much. I just said.
I'm just saying. I'm just going to LeBron James, Anthony Davis. All right. Russ off the bench. All right.
And that's it. And
off the bench.
And that's it.
Right? You got some other people, lightly sprinkling in some stuff. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the season, the Lakers will have a better record than Sacramento. All right. I'm just saying that. All right. I don't mean to.
Does it smell like another sports bet?
I mean, we could bet this. We could.
I'm trying to break the John streak.
Ooh, that's the funny thing. All right. To everyone who knows, like I have personal little sports bets with people, and I don't bet unless I know I'm going to win. And I've only really lost twice overall to all my friends. So like Trav was once, and I think the second, I don't think it was a recorded loss, but I count it on my personal, heart account. So, but I mean, I don't know. I normally don't bet, Phil. So, I mean, we could talk after the show. I mean, AD is like flimsy sometimes. You know what I mean? I can't sit right here and listen to you tell me how AD has injury issues and not take that into consideration. I know I'm saying the Lakers, no matter what, will have a better record, but I mean, you could have
one game or half a game.
Poll in California, all right? Every Californian, all right? Who do you think is going to have a better record? I would guarantee you the Lakers would win in that poll. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just saying. Let's go. What do we have next after that?
I'm saying Fox has a bonus. I'm telling you.
Okay. I mean, Sabonis is that guy. He is.
So, any one or two players that's been sparking interest recently, lately in the NBA?
Randall's gotten better on the Knicks. I've seen that. I mean, that's questions when it comes to the trade deadline. I mean, he plays that well. I'd like to keep him. But you also got to think about the future and getting some other people on the floor. Who else is really I've looked at? Probably
Pacers.
I'm looking at Ja a lot. I really have. I'm not gonna front. That guy can really play. And what do you call it? Stephen A. Smith said something on First Take that said, I can't even look at Ja anymore because we could have drafted him. He was the second pick and we had the third pick that year. And I just want to as much as I love Stephen A. Smith, I think he's an amazing man, amazing talents. You were asking for Zion. Everyone was asking for Zion that year. So I just want to put that out there. But Ja Morant really is a special talent. And I don't know. That's what I've been watching. Who you been watching?
Pacers rookie guard Andrew Nembhard. With Tyrese Halliburton has been out a couple of games, so the rookie fills in. He hit a game winner against the Lakers, and I think I think last night he beat the Warriors. He dropped 30 and like
game winners?
He didn't hit 2 game winners, but he hit a game winner against the Lakers.
Okay,
like a week or two ago, and then last night he dropped 30 to beat the Warriors.
Okay, so Jaden Ivey's also been standing out on my rookie meter, but he's also been injured a little bit. So we're gonna hold off on saying who. I mean, updated rookie of the years. Do you like any other rookies?
So far my top 3 would be Benedict Mathurin of the Pacers. He's been scoring like crazy.
Okay.
Paolo Banchero.
Paolo been doing pretty well down in Orlando. And they're a young squad. They're looking. I mean, I don't know. I thought the same thing about Charlotte, and Charlotte's been dealing with some injuries. So,
and I'm gonna go with. Let's see, Yeah, I'll say Jaden. Well, you'll probably say Jaden. I'll say
I would say
Jalen Williams from the Thunder.
Okay, I like that.
6'6" guard. He's been playing pretty decent as well.
Okay.
One of the two Jalen Williams on the Thunder. They have two Jalen Williams.
I know, yeah. I mean, like the New York Jets, they like to just draft people with the same damn name. Like, why? But that's cool. That's what's up.
Right. Also, more NBA news. You see the Suns and Mavericks game the other day?
I did. I think I did. Suns, Mavs.
I think it was yesterday.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah.
Mavs were at home. They blew the Suns up the water. And the legacy of Devin Doncic continues because that man is Luka Doncic's son.
Okay. All right. I mean,
ever since last year, he will always be his son.
Hold on though. I mean, didn't DeAndre Ayton win Player of the Week or something? He won Player of the something. He's been improving. I'm just saying. We're going to talk Suns. He's been improving, and so is Booker. Booker's also been improving. Are they good enough to beat Dallas? Probably not. I mean, I don't think you think that, but I mean, it's also not the playoff time. All right. I think regular season games, like, I'm not saying they're fake. I'm just saying I think players hold back a little.
Yeah. So you're saying the playoffs is a different season.
It's completely a different beast. I would, bro, we've talked about this so much, and in both sports, football and basketball and baseball. But no, I would say that that matchup kind of reminds me of like Chiefs Bills. You know what I mean? Like, it's a game, they're gonna play it, but I mean, I don't expect. I mean, I don't know what I expect. I'm wondering how the Mavs are gonna finish this year. You know what I mean? Because I mean, they've kind of been helping out Luka, right?
Sort of. He just needed some help, so it's been like that. For me, I think a good comparison for the Mavericks and Suns would be Derrick Henry every time he plays against the Texans or Jaguars. Completely suns them.
You would never bet on the Suns? You would never bet on the Suns?
Against the Mavericks?
Come on, Phil. Come on. After one, really? All right, I don't know.
Luka took their soul last year.
Last year? Yeah, it's a new year. It's a new soul. Let's go. All right, and my soul was just taken from some breaking news. Can I break some news? The Philadelphia Phillies have signed Mets pitcher Taijuan Walker. So my heart's a little broken.
Well,
especially because he went a little down south, all right, to crosstown rival, I would say. I mean, at least from Jersey. It's very, very cross-looking rival. And he was one of my fave pitchers, and we're gonna get into that. I mean, you want to talk baseball now?
Go ahead.
Is this a good transition time? All right, let's transition. Let's go. Any big baseball things that you looked at or that you saw that you liked? There's still, like we talked about Aaron Judge a little bit before. We don't exactly know if he signed or not yet, but
yeah.
Well, anybody stand out? I mean, DeGrom was big.
Another heartbreaker.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker. I'll talk about that in a second. I want to hear your perspective, though. I mean, we got Verlander, which I'll speak about too in a second. But
yeah, you got two ex-Detroit Tiger pitchers. Congrats.
All right. Well, yeah, but I mean, Justin Verlander he's married to Kate Upton. All right, that's all I gotta say. All right, it's just greatness married to greatness. All right, married to greatness coming to my team. All right, but what do you think? I'll tell you my thoughts in a second. I want you to go first.
I mean, so far it's been like decent. Trey Turner to the Phillies was definitely a good move. Because the Dodgers, I don't know what's going on over there, but it looks like their dominant reign might be over.
I don't know. You never know.
Because they still have Mookie, they still have.
They have Freeman.
They have Freeman still.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for Freeman's agent, he probably wouldn't even be there. Because he said that he was going to resign with Atlanta. So.
Well, I mean, that's something especially I'll get into when it's my turn. But like, I don't know if I believe like, oh, we put that much money on the table if you didn't sign him. You know what I mean? Like these final offers that they signed. You know what I mean? That was on the table at that moment. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe that the Mets saying, oh, we offered him 120 for 3 years or whatever. Like he didn't accept it. So I mean. You didn't offer him that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Also,
I don't believe teams.
Also, Jose Abreu, former White Sox to the Astros. I like that move.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
Because the Astros are the defending world champions, and they just add someone who's really good as well. Just add, the rich getting richer pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, they lost some people too. Verlander to the Mets. I mean, it was a good replacement for DeGrom. And if I'm going to speak on it, I'll speak on it now. I want to say thank you for the memories to Jacob DeGrom. He won a lot of games. I went to go see him a couple of times. He was an amazing Met. I just want to say thank you and appreciate your time here. He didn't win a championship with us, so technically,
what a surprise.
All right, hold on. He's been a World Series. Watch your mouth. All right, he's been a World Series. I was gonna say it's a lot like when Brady left for Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? With you know what I mean? Like you expected the move, but you love the player still. You know what I mean? And I think he got trashed in the New York media for leaving. I think people said he left for more money. I think people at the end of his season trashed him because he struggled against the Braves in that series. So I would just say thank you for all the memories and appreciate you winning the one playoff game we won this year. And I mean, hey, they were supposed to win more than that. So the fact that DeGrom won and he wasn't the first priority. I mean, he also wasn't the first priority for pitcher wise. We signed somebody else before DeGrom, even contract came up. So I'm a little annoyed with the Mets overall, but as my voice cracks, but
I don't blame you.
Well, I mean, I would also like to work for them one day, so I'm not going to super criticize them. But I mean, like,
they pulled this up.
I mean, they might, but like on some real stuff, I'm a Mets fan. I'm going to be honest. Like SNY in total as a network completely trashed Jacob DeGrom, and I want to say thank you for your service. And I'm happy that he trailblazed for other stars to come there. We talk a lot about in sports about people coming to organizations or why people won't go to the Knicks or why people won't go to Cleveland or something, you know what I mean? Like he trailblazed that. So I appreciate him doing that because otherwise I don't think we signed Verlander. You know what I mean? If we're not a contender, we don't sign Verlander. And DeGrom made us a contender. So he also got 5 years. Like nobody offered him 5 years other than the Rangers.
How old is he?
He's pretty old, but we just signed Justin Verlander, who's also pretty old. I think Justin Verlander is like 39 or 40 and like
God.
37. Bro, but like it's pitching is a lot like
quarterbacks
and like in NFL and quarterbacks, like you don't get hit as much as long as you take care of yourself. The Mets have been
Brady
with them too. What'd you say?
Are they doing like the psychedelics like Aaron Rodgers or
no? It's more like if they have tightness, they get pulled and then they go to the minors for like 2.5 months. You know what I mean? They take care of them. It's a lot of I would say it's almost a combined of like they're like quarterbacks, but like also like Kawhi Leonard and like sitting, you know what I mean? Rest management. I think it's a mixture of that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sad and happy and now really sad about the Phillies signing Taijuan Walker. He was a really good player for the Mets. And now you need to bring somebody else in the back end. And they got to go sign somebody really good because he's young. You know what I mean? Like you don't get young pitching that often. And I think the Mets were on the fence with him. And I think that's why he signed. He took it early because he wasn't going to get a lot of money elsewhere. So I don't blame him either for leaving, even though he went to the Phillies. 4 years, $72 million. There's no way the Mets were ever going to pay him that much money.
Oh, God damn.
I'd say as a Mets fan, he's worth it. So appreciate your time at the Mets, Taijuan Walker. I'm excited to see who we get elsewise. The Mets also, the thing that's been going on is we'll pay somebody older who's doing really well right now 2 years. You know what I mean? Like 2-year deal. Let's see how you do. You know what I mean? Pay you a lot of money for 2 years, but 2 years. And I think a lot of things that people are looking at are how long can I exist in a contract? You know what I mean? And they want more than 2 years. So I'm fine with it. But I mean, the Mets have been swinging like they're the Yankees, no offense, lately. At least how they're talking. They're like, oh, we can go out and sign. You know what I mean? We're in conversations for Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge signed a $360 million contract, or so-called maybe not, with the Giants. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm excited. Phil, how's our guest doing? Is he almost on?
He is almost ready. He's just setting up everything. So
I'm excited to see him.
Right. So where did the Mets go from here? What do you think?
They go World Series or bust. I don't mean to say it on this podcast. Like I talked to Akeem about the Cowboys and saying you're going Super Bowl or bust. What a waste of a season. But like that's what the media in New York is doing right now. They're really putting it all on the table and like they're creaming the Mets. When we struggled against Atlanta, we didn't have enough like bats. Like I think one of the problems was we didn't score enough runs. So like we also need to put more money into that. You know what I mean? So it's just annoying how the media is putting us up there, and then also like you can't say you're gonna go spend a whole bunch of money and then not go like compete for a World Series after you say you want to compete for a World Series. You know what I mean? Like they're talking big, and I'm excited to see what happens. You know what I mean? As a Mets fan, like there was already talk about DeGrom coming back because every team kind of plays everybody every year. You know what I mean? Either you're there or they come to you if you play in the NL versus the AL. So it's interesting. I don't know. But I'm happy for Jacob deGrom. I'm happy he got his flowers. And I'm excited to see what the Mets do. Brandon Nimmo's not signed yet, so we need a center fielder. And
your closer signed yet?
Yeah, he was the first pitcher that was signed. That's what I was talking about. And
what was that contract?
That was a while ago. He was almost like one of the first free agents signed. But they gave him a lot of money, and they gave him like, do you know that deal that the Mets have with, I can't remember the player,
Bobby Bonilla?
Bobby Bonilla. They gave him a Bobby Bonilla deal too, Diaz. So he'd get paid in like 20 years, like $1 million or something of something. Yeah. I don't know. They contracted Bobby Bonilla into that or something.
That's crazy.
He didn't want to get paid a lump sum right now, so he took a certain amount to save them so they could go buy more pieces. So
the trumpets are back. Yay.
I mean, the trumpets are back, but that's what I mean by the Mets are trying to turn into the Yankees. All right. He's not Rivera. As much as I love Diaz,
that's true.
You know, he's a great pitcher. You know what I mean? But don't be something you're not. And I'm excited for the trumpets. And I love that that's his walkout song. But I felt there's a lot of money. So I hope he can. His next plan is to close out a World Series. All right. That's what I'm excited for him. He signed a contract. I'm excited to see him close out a World Series. If he does that, he lives up to his contract 100%. He's worth every single penny.
Any other signings for the Mets that happened? I know you guys had a lot of free agents.
We did have a lot of free agents. We had a lot of people on 2-year deals. DeGrom actually talked about opting out at the beginning of last season. So it frustrates me even more that we didn't sign him. I said he was our number one priority this offseason, and they couldn't get it done. So he clearly wasn't their number one priority. So, I mean, I'm sad. You know what I mean? I think ownership should know that. You know what I mean? He won a lot of games for Met fans. All right. And if you're not sad and you're a Mets fan, I got a lot of questions for you. You know what I mean? You ever seen him pitch live? It's amazing. Like it really felt like we were going to go to the playoffs and do something when he pitched on a Friday night when they were handing out bobbleheads. You know what I mean? Like I was there getting one of these bobbleheads and it, bro, I tell you, he was electric. He throws 100 miles an hour. Like, but you know, I wish him the best on the Rangers, and maybe I'll go see a game out there because, you know, why not? But I don't know. I'm excited to talk some football. I'm excited to get off baseball for a minute. I don't know. At least until we sign somebody else. Because I mean, that's also what I'm excited about. I'm excited for more of these signings. Like I think we were rumored in getting Rodon. If we can get Rodon,
ooh, I like that one.
I mean, Verlander and Scherzer. I mean, it could have been scarier than last year. I mean, Bassett's also still on the market. Bringing him back would be cool. But we also got Tyler McGill. We got a lot of still young people too. So
where do you think Aaron Judge ends up?
I mean, if it's not the Giants, I've said from the get it'd be crazy if he left New York. And I've also said from the get he should have been a captain 2 years ago. There hasn't been a captain since Derek Jeter. And they should have gave it to him, and it would have been almost near impossible to leave. Do you know what I mean? Like he would have held out the Yankees for everything, but he still would have stayed. Now, the fact that he was in Tampa Bay last weekend talking to Tom Brady, people were like, he's going to the Rays. He's not going to the Rays. He's talking to Tom Brady. Come on now. But I mean, you never know who Tom Brady wants him to go to. He's like, hey, you check out Boston yet? You know what I mean?
I'm going there next offseason. You might want to head over there.
I mean, there's also been news about Brady returning to Boston. I don't want to talk about that, but like, I'm just saying, like,
come home.
Brady's also known to be a Yankee fan now, so like, he could say, "Hey, loyalty's loyalty." You never know with these guys, but he's the last Yankee to hit 61 home runs since Roger Maris, since Babe Ruth. Like, it's crazy. Gabe only hit 60, my bad, but still pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. We could do our favorite game and favorite players of the week just to buy some time.
Okay.
See, Elijah.
I don't even want to talk about football. What am I saying? Both my teams, they struggled this week. It was a hard week for both of them. But
yikes.
Whoa, it was not a yikes week. Let's relax. I mean, we took our L's with pride, or ties with pride. We tied for the Giants and Redskins. That was hard, but it's a divisional game, so at least it's not a loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You see the color of our names, by the way?
Yeah, I kind of see. Not really.
It's purple.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. I mean, isn't that our logo? So, like, isn't that fine? All right. We don't act like you were like, you know what? I have an idea. The Jets will one day lose to the Vikings, so I'm going to make our logo purple. That was definitely not the reason, but you know, sure. If you'd like to bring some light and maybe change my letters to green or blue somehow, I don't know how we're going to do that, but I don't know. Wow, you could do that. That's straight up ugly. Although it looks like slime, and it'd be awesome to be sponsored by Nickelodeon, who also puts football on their channel. So,
NL MVP or National Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player. I think it's MVP.
I think they do weekly prizes too. I'm not 100% sure, but or mid season. But
okay,
what was your game of the week, Phil?
For me, it was Chargers Raiders. 27-20. I think the Raiders won, I believe. Absolutely slobber knocker offensive showcase. Josh Jacobs over 100 yards rushing. Devontae Adams over 100 yards receiving. I think one got 144, one got 177. Just an absolute masterclass from those two guys, the top two guys in the Raiders offense. It's just, tough game for the Chargers, especially down the stretch. They're going to need games like that, especially division games if they want to make a playoff push.
You got to win that game too. You gotta win that game, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, I'm not gonna badmouth Justin Herbert, but you got to win close games like that. And another close game that he's got to win like that is the Chiefs. Plays them twice a year too, and it's always like that, like a touchdown away. So I don't know. What do you think of Justin Herbert in that game?
I think he played decent. He had a good amount of yardage, but like I said. If you want to, be taken seriously, you have to get those game-winning drives. You have to show your clutch at times.
And he has, but he's got to do more for me because, like, fantasy-wise, he was talked about top 5. Like, you got to know your top 5 to be top 5. You know what I mean? Like,
plus the Raiders have been struggling. This should have been a game the Chargers won.
Yeah, but that's a lot. Like that's what all last year was, wasn't it? Weren't they supposed to do better all last year? You know what I mean?
They're losing by like one possession every single game.
Ugh. I'm wondering what they're gonna do. Maybe the draft. They need to focus on that. But that's a good game of the week.
Yeah. Also, the Raiders are like 5-7.
Nice.
Do we see them actually coming back and making the playoffs?
That'd be cool if they did. That'd be a great story. And my question to you on that is, what's up with Derek Carr? Like, does he re-sign after this year? You know what I mean? Like,
it depends who the coach is.
You don't think they're going to keep him? You don't think they're going to keep McDaniels? You really think they're going to play McDaniels?
If they perform like that against the How They Think Chargers and make the playoffs, I think they'll keep him. But if they don't make the playoffs, he's gone.
Well, I'm not trying to be like that, but we'll talk about it more later. But you hear about what happened in Tennessee?
The GM got fired?
GM got fired because he traded A.J. Brown last year to the Eagles. He got fired a day after the Eagle game because I think just the organization was sick of it because A.J. Brown went off. Of course he was going to go off. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to pay him. And look what happened. He came back to literally kill your team. So, I mean, I would fire people right away. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't wait for them to ruin the end of my season. You know what I mean? And I think it would work with the Raiders, personally. I don't mean to be like that, but didn't they go off and have a playoff run last year with an interim head coach?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they could do it again.
It's definitely for sure possible.
But, I mean, it'd be interesting. We should keep a good eye on it. You know what I mean?
Right. What's your game of the week?
My game of the week was tough. I had a couple. I don't want to talk about anything in particular because I don't know who our special guest likes. So let me go look it up again.
I'm gonna take your time.
Give me 2 seconds. Who's your favorite player though out of that the players for game of the week? Who's your player of the week? Did it come from that game or did it not?
It did. Josh Jacobs, 144 rushing yards, and the game-winning touchdown.
Okay.
He's been phenomenal this season.
Did you have a bet on him by any chance?
I did not. I should have. He's been phenomenal this year. A top 5 running back for sure.
He has been consistent. I mean, that team really hasn't been consistent. But
yeah, it's either him and Adams have been the only consistent ones on the team.
True. I don't know. Did the guys text you their game of the week by any chance?
Oh, Elijah did.
Was it Green Bay?
Nope.
Oh, really? Who would Elijah? Who's Elijah's? So I won't pick his.
It was Charger. Oh, no, it was Chiefs Bengals. Sorry.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah, that was a good game. If I had to go with a game of the week, I'd probably go with Buccaneers Saints, just because we do it for pick'ems. You know what I mean? It was a Monday night game, and we do pick'ems on it. And I almost changed my pick to the Saints. I almost did, and I said to myself before I almost changed my pick, I said, "What if Tom Brady comes back? What if he?" And that's what he did in that game.
Did we talk before that game?
I talked to you. I talked to you before that game. I said,
what did I say?
I mean, you said, "Hey, I'm gonna stick with the Bucks." I said, "I guess that's what we should do." That's what but like Phil, I doubted us for a second. But Tom Brady back, made it a 16-17 game, finished it. I mean, good for him. I mean, you want to talk about a player coming back and switching a season around? I think Tom Brady is that guy to talk about. 6-6,
3-1 since the divorce.
I mean, all right. Well, I mean, why do we always every single time people bring up the divorce, it's always so sad because like someone's got to take a side, and like it's like I don't know. I don't want to take a side. That's all I'm saying.
Those are just the facts.
Okay, all right.
Just the facts.
Well,
3-1. That's it.
I believe Tom Brady is a comeback man, and I believe he will come back from his divorce somehow. But yeah, I'm picking the Saints, but that's not my player of the week. My player of the week, and I'm just looking it up to make sure I pronounce his name right because he's on one of my favorite teams. Actually, I canceled out of fantasy, so let me go back to it. But I picked him up in fantasy too, which is pretty awesome. I had a great week in fantasy, Phil. Like redemption. Like it was.
We talk about fantasy too, if you want.
I mean, we can talk about fantasy. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with fantasy. I just need a second before. It's stupid. It sticks. That's the only bad thing about ESPN fantasy. It sticks sometimes.
Surprise.
All right. Well, I know you don't like it.
Is he on the Jets or Giants?
He's on the Jets. I'm gonna mess up.
Is it DJ Reed?
No, it's not. As much as I do like DJ Reed, I am a DJ Reed fan. But I'm gonna mess up his first name, but he has a nickname, middle name, so it's Zavon.
Oh, Zonovan?
Zonovan Knight. Zonovan Bam Knight.
Oh yeah, it's basically Donovan with a Z. Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty bad at pronouncing names, so Zonovan Bam Knight. Yo, that guy, I'm gonna be honest, came out of nowhere. And like when I tell you, like he gets handed the ball and his effort gets him 2.5 yards. His effort gets him 2.5 yards, Phil. Like I love it. And he broke out one for like I don't know, like a 40. I don't know how many yards did he have in this game? He had 90 yards, but he had like a 45-yard run, and he just broke out. He didn't. I don't think he scored. He didn't score, but I don't know. He's electric, and I love him. His effort is crazy, and he's small, and I'm excited to see what happens when everyone's healthy. Oh, I'm excited to see what happens. I hope they keep him. I hope it's hard because I also like Michael Carter, and I think he's a great number 2. But I mean, this offense has depth, so I'm excited about it, even though the Jets lost. Oh. So you want to talk about fantasy though, because that was some time.
Side note: how do you feel about James Robinson not playing as much?
I kind of knew as the season progressed that when he didn't take over Van Jefferson's role, that OBJ took over in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? When he didn't do that, he was gonna lose some time. You know what I mean? And I think he'll get another chance as the season progresses because the Rams have a lot of injuries. You know what I mean? But I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, wait, I think you're asking me. I answered about the wrong Robinson.
James Robinson. Yeah.
You said James. Okay, my bad. Sorry. I confused him with the Robinson in Los Angeles. I don't know. I think he's new to the team, and they haven't been giving him his carries. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know why Ty Johnson's out there. They run a 3 running back system, and like I don't mean to be like that, but anytime Ty Johnson's on the field, they're checking down to the running back. They're throwing to him. So like I don't mean to be like that, but like hopefully people actually key in, but like the Vikings should have keyed in on that. Every single play he was in, they were throwing. He was either blocking or they were just dumping off to him. So I don't know. I think Robinson's gonna get more time, but I really like Knight. And the best part about it was Mari had Robinson, and I'm playing Mari, and I was just like, man, I really want Robinson. How unfortunate is this? And then Bam Knight came out of nowhere last week, and I picked him up before anyone picked him up, and he's still doing well this week. He might be my RB2 going into the playoffs that I needed. Coming from the Jets, bro.
I mean, you have like 5 of them, so.
I mean, I'm just being real with you. Like, he 13 and 16, bro. I'm just being honest. In 2 games, that's what you're looking for at RB2. That's literally – I mean, we play the Lions next, so they might key on him. But I'm excited. Plus, I have Garrett Wilson, who's having a great season. So he had 29 points too, and he was on my bench because I had Scary Terry, who went off for the exact amount of points. But let's talk about playoffs. I think the rankings have been updated. Have you checked it yet?
Playoff preview?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm 5 now, and Josh Baker. Phil's 3. Wait, I played Josh. Never mind, Phil. I won't help you out. Because you play Kevin, right?
Yeah.
So you determine if you're the 2 seed or not by yourself.
I can't get the 2 seed.
Why can't you? You can't beat them?
Because I think it's the division winners.
I don't think it is.
Because Taylor's at number 1 in my division, and then Kevin's number 1 in his division.
I thought it was overall rankings.
I think
not division winners, because we don't take into account afterward. Like I think we're all in one league. I mean, it might be division winners. I don't think it is though. That's all I'm saying. I think let's see what happens if you win. But did Kevin beat you earlier this year, or you haven't played him yet?
I think so. I think I played him once and he won.
So that's why he would have the upper hand. But if you win, like what I'm saying,
I beat him. Never mind.
Oh, you beat him? Okay, so maybe not. Maybe he is a division winner. He'll always be the 2 seed.
Yeah, I beat him in week 11. I mean, hey, I like the way this bracket looks right now.
It's interesting.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Guess second round, I don't have to play Taylor.
I play Taylor. I'm excited. I will beat Taylor in the second round. Is that our special guest? Is that our special guest? No. Okay, cool.
I'm just happy. I'm not in Taylor's bracket because I don't want to run into Taylor to the championship.
Why not? That's who I feel. If there's anyone I want to run into, I want to run into Taylor because he only beat me by 6 points. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Phil. I scored 194 points. I want to run into everybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little concerned that I'm running into Josh. You know what I mean? But especially because I think he beat me once already. So, but I play him again this week.
Let's see. What's the playoff looking like? Actually, hold on. See, Taylor 1, Kevin 2, I'm 3, Josh 4, you're 5, Hakeem is 6, Chris is 7, and Shane is 8.
Hakeem is on the verge of not even making the playoffs.
And then Elijah is 9.
If RJ
is 10, it's possible.
If RJ beats Hakeem, it'll switch. And Elijah loses. Can Elijah
So for
Who's Elijah playing?
The 8th seed, Shane, RJ, and Elijah are all 5-8.
Who are they playing this week? That's a big question.
Let's see. I can show you real quick.
I can't find it out. They still have last week's scores up.
Mari's picking Elijah.
Wow. I no offense to Elijah, but he better win this week just because he blew out Mari. You know what I mean? And then said you should check your lineup. You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna say can you check your? There was no way she was gonna win, but. I mean, revenge games are serious. I just won in a revenge game. So, I mean, she could win a revenge game. You never know.
It was just nice having a bye week this week.
Who'd you face, Trav?
Yeah. That was my bye week last week.
Yeah, he's been zoned out. So, I mean, let it be. But I think it's scary. Shane's going to be the scary one. Because, like, you kind of beat him like earlier in the season, but like now he's starting to creep back up. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, what's up? What's the deal with this guest?
Let me hit him up. Hold on.
You still ain't hit him up, Phil?
Well, I've been trying to contact him. He says he'd be ready by now.
Oh,
hold on.
So it's definitely he.
Yep.
Okay, I got you. I'll be right back.
Yep, go ahead.
Damn it. That sucks.
What happened?
I broke something I left on the floor.
Damn.
I know.
I heard it too.
It's all right. It was irrelevant. It wasn't even needed. It was more of a funny gag gift, but you don't want to lose something. You know what I mean? It's basically like an L on camera.
Well, off camera, but we heard the sound.
Yeah.
For the playoffs, you have any sleepers or anyone that might surprise someone in the playoffs?
Me.
Oh, I like that confidence.
You should be afraid of me. I don't mean to project this to our league, but here, Bill, if you want to tape this or snap this or cut this or whatever you want to do with it. All right, everybody in the league, you should be afraid of me. All right, I'm John Meyer. All right, let me just tell you what I will do. All right, let me just tell you who I got. All right, and if they show up, it's going to be toast for some people.
If
they show up, I mean, you know what I mean. Sometimes people don't show up. Like Andrew's, like he hasn't been showing up lately, but he was on my team. I have Jalen Hurts, amazing player. All right. I got AJ Brown, amazing player. DK Metcalf, amazing player. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Scary Terry, he's got a bye week. But after his bye week, he's ready for the playoffs. Ooh. Got Garrett Wilson.
If you play him.
I'm excited. I mean, he's going to be in my flex. I'm just saying. I mean, against Buffalo, maybe not. But
let's count how many Jets Johns have in his lineup.
I mean, it might
Jets
be
Jets defense.
2 or 3.
Garrett Wilson, Michael Carter, Zonovan Knight, and Mike White. He has 5 Jets on his team.
Represent. And Kadarius Toney was a Giant before they traded him.
How many Giants do you have?
Former Giant.
I mean, hey, I respect that. I respect the confidence.
I mean, my team is. I'll probably lose in the first round. Now that I say that, because I'll probably beat Kevin this week, and then Kevin will beat me next week. But
imagine.
I mean, I'm so. I'd like to be a force. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? Who doesn't want to host the trophy or the belt or whatever we call it?
Belt.
You get to improve it a little bit after you get it. So it would be great for the league if I won the chip. Let's be real. I would add a ring to it or a trophy of some sort. It'd be great for the league. Oh my God.
Can you please explain why?
Oh my, things will happen. All right. After you win, you get to add to like the winnings. You know what I mean? So like next year, maybe it would be a belt and a trophy, or it'd be a belt and a bobblehead, or it'd be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We could add to it of some sort. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people have deterrence, like the Waffle House thing. I mean, as your champion, I might say I can't stand, you know what I mean, the person who comes in last. Let's just be real. We want to up the stakes. I might push for that. I might not. I haven't yet. I've been very opposed to that, Phil. You know that. But I don't know. You never. One gets cocky when one wins. You know what I mean?
So far, last is Travis. He's 2-11.
That man could use some waffles. I'm just saying. I mean, he had a rough season. He's had a rough season, so I'm respect to him.
I mean, he's a Cowboys fan, so yeah.
But
hold on.
I mean, and the funny thing is, Travis is the last person to win a personal bet on me. It happened on my birthday too. He took advantage of me in a very vulnerable moment when I was drunk. So I just want to put that out there. He said Tony Pollard was going to have over 100 yards, and I was like, no, he's not. And then he had over 100 yards. He had 103. Shame on me. Shame.
That's Pollard. Okay, hold on. I'm going to call a guest real quick.
He came out. Go ahead.
Yeah, just keep talking. I'm going to call a guest.
Got it. Talk. I don't know what I would talk about. I wonder who our guest is, though. I wonder if they like bobbleheads. That's a question. Can you still hear me, Phil? You can, but you turn your voice off. Nice. Oh. It's going to be interesting to see who the special guest is, though. I'm very excited. They might be too busy, and we understand that here at Baller Central. We do. We understand that. It's okay. But the rule is, if Phil can't get the guest on, he has to tell me who it is, because, you know, Phil. I told Phil he can't be that guy who like says like, "Oh, I got something to tell you," and then completely forgets, because then it's just like makes me the other guy think about, "Oh, what do you have to tell me?" And then I completely forget, and then it's just like just a waste of time of stuff. But it'll be interesting. Phil, come back on the mic for a second.
Yeah.
Yo, just cut this out. Just cut this time out when you edit.
I might, yeah.
I have no idea. What am I saying?
Talk about your fantasy team. Talk about how you're gonna lose to be in the championship.
First of all, I'm never gonna lose to Phil in the championship. Let's just get this real. But the league has been getting crazy for everyone on the outside looking in. Like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams based on what they do this week. They'll either get in or they'll miss the playoffs. 2 will miss, like 4 will get in. So it's very exciting fantasy football wise for people looking on the outside. And then there's 3 weeks in fantasy. So you get it's bracketed to 3 weeks. And if you make it to the last week, it's the championship. And in our league, if you win, you get a championship belt, which you get to have at your bar or, you know, house of residency for about a year. We don't have any deterrence in our league, but it'd be fun to kind of do that. And I wouldn't do a deterrent system unless like we pay for it. Like, I'd have everyone throw in $5 to like the loser to like help with like the pancakes per hour kind of thing at the Waffle House if we decide to do that as a deterrent. But I don't know. It's just exciting to play fantasy football with friends and compete. And Phil's doing some behind the scenes. He's kind of like the GM of the channel. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really know what he's going to do, but depending on his decisions is what's going to go down. And right now he's elected me to talk, which is hopefully he cuts out. But otherwise, I'm just chilling, kind of in the dark on this. Phil, I don't know how long you want me to talk, bro.
Who do you think is gonna
my team? Deep psychological question, so I just had to talk through this whole time. Like, who's better, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. Let me just close. No, I'm joking. Phil, ask me a question though.
So minus Taylor, who has the next best chance to win the championship?
Me, like I said, me. What do we hear?
Why?
What, Phil? I'm scary. I mean, not really. I mean, it really will depend once the playoff bracket is set to determine who has the second best chance, other than Taylor because he's lost one game. But everybody is low key nervous of Taylor, and I am too. But I just scored 194 points in our last match against somebody, and you never know. Some weeks you put up that many points. Taylor's gotten really lucky this season, so no disrespect to him. I just, hopefully it's luck of the draw. So hopefully the players you pick score a certain amount of points that week. You play somebody else before you get eliminated, and it's fun. It's like any other bracket, like the NCAA tournament or the World Cup that just went down. But that's also exciting. Phil, what do you think of the World Cup, bro? Did you hear about the United States getting knocked out in the Sweet 16?
Yep, and Spain got knocked out by Morocco.
I mean, that's less embarrassing than the Netherlands beating the United States. But
I must say, Spain losing to Morocco is kind of a little bit embarrassing.
I mean,
Spain's what? It's like a top 3, 5 football/soccer country.
5 football team, I would say. But I mean, like, I don't know. I was kind of annoyed how the United States were playing, at least in some of the World Cup games. Like, they were fine tying with England. Like, that kind of annoyed me. Like, I wish they were a little bit more aggressive, whether they lost or they won. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I thought they were going to lose to the Netherlands. But, I mean, it's hard. They're a hard team to play. So, that's why I thought they were going to lose. In another 4 years, the World Cup comes to America, and that'll be exciting. So, I mean, you never know what happens in 4 years. They could train. They could put together a team and get aggressive. And, I mean, there have been other Cinderella stories. You know what I mean? The women did it in 1999. You know what I mean? So it'll be excited to do what the men does, like, 20 years later, 24 years later? I have no idea. But, yeah, Phil, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. Anything else? You can't get our special guest?
Well, oh, wait. They're active. Hold on. God damn.
Tell me who it is.
Wait. You have any? Let's play the guessing game. You have any ideas?
I asked you for the one tip. And you said no. You said they like playing. They like talking about football. So I said, okay, who's their football team?
That would be a dead giveaway.
What division their football team's in?
Huh?
Can you give me a division their football?
That would be a dead giveaway too.
Oh. How do I know this person?
Huh?
How do I know? Is it RJ? Do we get RJ? No.
No, it's not RJ.
I've never met RJ either, but I'm rooting for him to beat.
I've played 2K with him a couple times. He's decent.
If RJ beats Akeem, he knocks him out of the playoffs, and he makes I would. If RJ, if you're listening to this right now, if you beat Akeem, I will give you a present of some sort. Okay, a present. I'm not saying I'm rooting for Akeem to lose. I'm just saying, man's had a hell of a year. And if you want to talk about one rivalry week game between Akeem and RJ, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is that right?
What do you mean?
It's rivalry week for Akeem and RJ, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And RJ's had a hell of a year because he's struggled with football with his quarterback, and he's literally on the line of playoffs or no playoffs, and he can kick Akeem to you know what I mean? Akeem might still be able to get into the playoffs. You never know what happens on who wins and who doesn't, but it'd be crazy if he won because he would kick out the defending champ from the get. You know what I mean? Which means it's already up for grabs. You know what I mean? Which is awesome. You know what I mean? Which gives me more of a chance to win because Akeem beat me pretty badly. So I would love to get him off the table and get RJ on it.
Oh, right now the projected for Akeem and RJ both 124.
Bro,
Akeem 124.8.
This is like Auburn, Alabama. This is
Akeem is 124.8. RJ 124.6.
Wait, I mean, I have to see who else everyone else is playing. I mean, Mari's also playing. Oh my god, Mari's also playing Elijah. That'd be crazy too.
This is gonna be interesting.
They're both the same record. Oh my god.
So
And I love Akeem. All right, I do. But if we could get him eliminated before the playoff starts, oh my god, that would be nice. Would that not be nice, Phil? Would you not like that?
honestly, I wanted to make the playoffs.
Would you
so I
rather
could
play Akeem in the playoffs or not play Akeem in the playoffs?
I'd rather
playoffs?
because of last year. Yeah, I want to knock him out the playoffs. I want to do it myself because of last year.
Oh, that's a little personal, bro. I don't mean to be
It is
like,
personal.
whoa.
Yes, it is personal.
All right. I mean, I just don't need to go through Akeem to win at all. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like he's like I respect him. I think he's a rival. Do you know what I mean? But like it wouldn't crush me if I didn't, you know what I mean, go through Akeem.
Yeah, I want to be the reason why he gets knocked out of the playoffs, or at least lose. It'd be better if we meet up again in the championship some way somehow, and I beat him. That's what I want personally.
Could you even do that? I don't think you can. He'd have to be in my bracket.
Yeah, so one of us would have to be in Taylor's bracket.
Yeah, but like Phil, you missed it. Last week we talked about how we all think we can beat Taylor.
That's all. I was listening.
Playoffs. Like I mean, like I'm like
honestly,
you don't feel the same though. You don't feel like you can.
No, it's definitely possible because he has a lot of tough matchups the rest of the year, and it's any given Sunday. All you need is one bad week from Taylor, and he's out.
One, you know what I mean? Just one bad game from somebody. You know what I mean? It's no disrespect to Taylor. Like I think he's a great team. I think he drafted great. I think he had a great year. You know what I mean? But Akeem last year, I don't want to say he stacked the deck somehow, but he somehow stacked the deck. And I still don't know how he stacked the deck that badly. He had like the number one running back, the number one wide receiver. His team was insanely stacked. And after, did I lose to him? No, I lost to you last year. But after going through the playoffs and just being happy I didn't get blown out by Akeem, like I would like nothing more than to beat Taylor right off the bat. That's what I would want to do. Like I don't
imagine.
Like I'm not. That's impossible because he's the 1 seed, so I'd have to be the 8 seed, and that's like you'd have to lose to be the 8 seed. Do you know what I mean? And I might not get in if I lose. You know what I mean? So, because let's say everyone 5 and 8 wins, you know what I mean, and they all beat me, then I'm out, which would suck. So I need to win to make it in.
Ugh. So I gave him a deadline. If you're not ready by 10:15, we're moving on. Just a heads up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
No.
Come on, Phil. Let's go. You want it so bad for him to surprise me. That's so
absolutely.
Fun. Will it be a good surprise or a bad surprise?
It'll be a good surprise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If he doesn't get to 10:15, we'll just go on with the slate and then do our picks and shit. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what other. So
Phil, we had such a great night tonight. We were riding it off. We almost had an hour if it wasn't for the special guest.
Yeah, you know what's funny? 6, 7, 8 are all under 500.
I know.
The first 5 seeds are 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn.
Yeah, 500 too. Everybody from like the 5 on.
Damn.
There are four people that have pretty decent records, like really good records, and then everyone else like tied.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, bro. Let's see you in the playoffs. I think, Phil, didn't I beat you this year? Maybe I lost to you. Did I lose to you? I might have lost to you.
You beat me.
Yeah, I beat you. Like out of all the good people, I beat you.
Second week of the season. That's fine.
What?
Second week of the season. That's fine.
That's when I had to start it up. Had to start up that win streak. Oh, but.
Let's see, I'm trying to pick. So it would be Travis. It was Taylor versus Shane. You versus John. If everything holds, I face Akeem first week of the playoffs. I want that.
You want it to hold. You want him to beat. Wow. You want to beat RJ.
I want to be the Akeem.
I guess. I don't know who I'd want more in that though. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want, like I told Akeem last week, that I was rooting for RJ. You know what I mean? Against him. And he started laughing and he asked me why. And I said, just because it'd be epically awesome. You know what I mean? It'd be crazy.
Right. I was about to say. Oh, overall, how do you think this fantasy football season went? Do you think it was good? It was because it's Kim's first year in charge, so
same one. I'd say it's pretty good overall. I mean, Hakeem, like sometimes as like commissioner comes off like he runs it, but he runs it pretty mildly, which is nice. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants a tyrant. All right. And Hakeem, if you're watching this afterwards, I'm not really calling you a tyrant. But what I'm saying is like he allowed trades to go through early in the season, and he would allow trades to go after the season, but he also would say his permission is first. You know what I mean? Which I agree, but at the same time, like he's still putting the trade through. You know what I mean? It's not like he's gonna stop the trade like other commissioners. You know what I mean? No, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like let's say the NBA. Like NBA stopped Chris Paul from getting traded to the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like, and those commissioners are like, I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's all about situational and the moment. And I think Hakeem's handled it pretty well. I think you've handled it pretty well too. You know what I mean? Like overall as commissioner, you know what I mean? You're pretty good with it. But I mean, it's sometimes when you made those unilateral decisions, you know what I mean? Some people were annoyed, and then you put it up to a vote sometimes. And then some people were like annoyed with that too, because we didn't like our whole group couldn't vote. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. I'd say it's pretty good either way. I like how you run fantasy basketball because I don't know. I would say you're better at basketball than you are at football. I don't know. You're probably just as good at football as you are at basketball, fantasy sports. I'm somebody who believes in people coming back. Like I believe in injuries. You know what I mean? Like if you're injured, doesn't deter me from drafting you or not. And in fantasy basketball, that should be a big deterrent.
Too. You drafting Breece Hall next year?
I mean, I might. I mean, depending on and that's also the case in like fantasy football versus basketball. Like who you draft per round really determines how your season goes. You know what I mean? So if he's late, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like who was last year was Mike Evans. This year it was who went late, super late. What wide receiver went super late that people didn't pick him up, and then he had a good year. I think it was Amari Cooper.
He was in our draft.
I don't. There was like a 5 or 6 spots he should have went before, and people passed on him, and he had a good year. So I mean, that's also something too. Like I don't believe in all the draft hype. You know what I mean? Like I think you have to be your own commissioner. You have to be your own owner, and if you have to draft who you believe is gonna, put your team over the top. So, up to you, Phil.
I mean, honestly, I think the team's been doing a good job. The only problem with this, there's a lot of like under 500 seeds. That's it. A little bit of inactivity here and there, but not bad.
What do you mean with our people like who play?
Yeah, I think Travis forgot to his lineup a couple times.
Yeah, but I think he was like done with the season. Like, and that's something that's like also like you should never like you could lose in fantasy basketball like early on, and like then you might be done. But in fantasy football, like our league is so I don't want to say mediocre, but it's so like tough and even at the same time that like people who weren't supposed to win. So like that's why I'm saying if RJ beats Hakeem, that'd be crazy epic because like. We were just talking about him being dead in the water, and now he's come back. You know what I mean? So,
right.
But that's that history of the league. Like that happens a lot. Like we a lot of the times at the end of the year, whoever gets into the playoffs 7th, 8th, 6th, you know what I mean? They could still have a deep playoff run and win it all. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
See.
We haven't talked about football yet?
Huh?
We only talked about our game of the weekend favorite player.
Yeah. He's active. Okay. Yeah. It might be a dub. Damn. Pain. Damn Syracuse basketball game.
It was Shane, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't.
You'll find out next week, I guess.
Hell no, Phil. You said you would admit now, bro.
I never said. Wait, roll. When did I agree to that?
Phil, you definitely, Phil. I said you can't be. You know what? And you said okay. That's what you said. So you have to tell me. Come on, tell me who it is. Phil, tell me who it is.
Well, this has been another episode of the Ball Central Podcast. This has been your host.
Phil,
I promise you'll find it next week.
tell me who it is, bro. Tell me who it is. Seriously, tell me who it is, or I don't care. Seriously,
looks like you're not caring.
I don't, bro. Oh, bet. Have a nice night, guys. Peace. Are we really not going to talk about football? Tell me who it is.
No, we're about to right now. We're about to talk football right now. Since
No, we're not, because Phil, I'm about to leave. I have to leave now. Pride. Come on, just tell me who it is. Please. Just tell me who it is.
you're really that impatient.
I'm just as excited when they come back on, bro.
It won't be exciting because you know who it is.
Who is it? Just tell me who it is.
We'll find out next week.
We'll never find out, bro. I've waited 3 weeks for this. So come on, tell me who it is.
Well,
you really can't tell me who it is?
I can't. He said not to say it.
Phil, don't make me quit on you right now. I said I would quit.
So you want me to break the promise of our guest?
Yeah, I want you to break his promise, Phil, because I think our promise is a little better. All right. And
what promise did we have?
You would tell me who this person was, and for 3 straight weeks. Oh. So Phil, yeah, break his promise. Who is it?
Damn, that's
Come
crazy.
on. Who is it?
So it's been a wild week of NFL football.
Wow. Seriously, Phil, you really won't tell me? Seriously.
I can't.
Phil, I've stalled for like 25 minutes. You got to tell me.
What do you think I've been trying to do? I've been stalling with you.
Okay, so just tell me who it is. Is it Carmelo Anthony himself?
Imagine that'd be
Shut up, Phil. Shut up.
Imagine if I got a famous athlete out here.
Imagine after I asked you for 3
Imagine if it was like a Jet or Giant. That'd be crazy, right?
Phil, bro. Phil. What's up? Tell me who it is. Come on. Just tell me who it is. Phil, come on.
Did you see? Okay. How about this? I'll tell you without telling you.
Okay.
Do you see the name of
who's his favorite football team?
Do you see the name of the recording session?
It
should be top left or something like that.
Oh, okay. I knew that then. I knew that then. Get out of here, bro. Wow. He's watching the Syracuse game. Tell him what's up. Yo, I think there are other reasons why he doesn't want to come on the podcast.
It was supposed to happen 3 weeks ago, and then
of course, there's other things also supposed to happen 3 weeks ago that you don't even know about between us and our guests. So thank you. That's cool.
I'm glad you saw it. I'm surprised you saw it, but you're squinting.
I was squinting. You know me. I like to squint. Give me a t-shirt. I like to squint. I'm joking.
Okay, so let's go through some NFL topics and go through everything. Cause, yeah.
Did you send him the link?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, so he can join anytime. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he said he'd be here, like at 9.
That's hilarious. Is he at the game?
He was at the game. And the game was at 6.
Oh. Yeah, but it might go farther. You never know. Yo, did you hear about LaShawn McCoy saying Bill Belichick wasn't a good head coach?
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
No, he just did another interview.
He said it again?
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. And like now I have to do research into it because I can't. No offense, I don't really take Shady on his word because his nickname is Shady. You know what I mean? And he also went to Pittsburgh, and I'm a West Virginia fan, so like I respect him. You know what I mean? The enemy, but also like you know what I mean? He said Bill Belichick without Tom Brady has a losing record. Do you think that's true?
I know before Brady, he had a losing record. And he definitely has a losing record right now without Brady.
I mean, he's winning right now, isn't he? He's like 8-6.
6-6.
6-6. All right, whatever. So he's basically. Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah, I think he's barely 500 without Brady. So, okay. Let's go through some quick topics, and we can go through our pick'ems and our draft and shit.
Cool.
Okay, so okay. So, how do you feel about the Jets and Vikings game?
Yo, Elijah's about to be on. He said he's almost home.
Oh, because I have to do a stream after this with him. A WWE stream. So that's why.
Yeah. Is he coming on or no?
Hit up on. I'll ask him.
No. You don't need to ask. Let's just run through it because it's already been like an hour and a half.
Okay.
I want to get our draft done.
Okay, so Jets Vikings. What thoughts?
Very cool. That was a hard fought game. That was almost my game of the week. I thought the Jets could come back. I don't know what I thought. Why don't you go first? Because I have a lot of thoughts about this game, but
they did a lot better than I thought they were going to do. Not going to lie.
Do you think that
Mike White did a lot better than I thought he was going to be? It was just the red zone execution for the Jets.
He threw 57 times. So with a quarterback who got injured during the game, he still threw a lot afterwards. So I'm a Mike White fan. I like Mike White. You want to give him a chance. You know what I mean? I've been a very big Zach Wilson fan in the past, and I'm giving Mike White the exact same chance. But those red zone trips, one for 6, I think it was bad, and I would say that in a way that falls on the offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? If you can't convert, that's on your offensive coordinator. And right now, my biggest problem with Matt LaFleur is that he's up in the box. And I think he should be down on the field.
That's his name?
Matt LaFleur, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's the brother of the other LaFleur who coaches in Green Bay.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Phil, let me just tell you a Jets Green Bay story. All right. So he coached with the 49ers, like on the 49ers offensive coaching staff. Him and Robert Saleh are like this. Robert Saleh was his best man at his wedding. So, like, I don't think that'll ever change. Like, I've been annoyed that they haven't been producing as much because he's been playing good. They've been playing good overall. You know what I mean? And I didn't like how they pulled Zach Wilson personally when, I mean, their offensive coordinator needs to convert better than 1 for 6, but we'll see what happens. I thought they played a really good game against a really good team. So, I mean, I was happy with the game overall. I thought Greg Zuerlein put a lot of kicks up, and I appreciate him going in for so much.
Legatron.
Let me just say that. And you know me, I'm a Jets fan through and through, and I love them. And I don't know. I don't want to play the blame game, and then at the end of the season go, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, you need to produce. Like, Mike White, if we're going to give him a chance, we're going to give him a chance through the end of the season. All right? At the end of the season, what his record is right now, it's 1-1. We're going to see. You know what I mean? So that falls on the coaches. That falls on Mike White. That falls on the receivers who have been stepping up. You know what I mean? Bam has been stepping up. Knight. So, like, it's just like, I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do next. And they play Buffalo. So, at Buffalo.
Revenge game.
It's a very, very tough game. So, we beat Buffalo already once with Zach Wilson. All right. We should be able to beat him with Mike White, right? I'm just saying, Phil.
We'll see.
You know what I mean? I'm just wondering what you think, because I mean that's what I would think.
It's possible.
I mean, and
I'm not gonna say it's impossible.
And no offense, but the defense better step up if they're gonna step up. They've been stepping up, all right. And I think they're playing phenomenally, but that at the end of the season, we're gonna see what Mike White's record is. And don't, like, what I'm saying is I really hope the defense doesn't let him down. You know what I mean? Because if we're going to blame Zach Wilson, we're going to put that all on him and everything is wrong, defense better step up for the whole rest of the season. My dad said this defense was a playoff defense. So, I mean, that's big. You know what I mean? Because the man doesn't give many people compliments, like Jets-wise. You know what I mean? He watches the game. He's a true Jets fan. You know what I mean? But he doesn't like to overtalk about it. So, I'm excited to see what happens in Buffalo. Do you think the Jets could beat Buffalo in Buffalo?
Yes.
The Patriots just played there.
Any given Sunday, everyone's beatable, especially if you beat them before.
So,
you just got to be on your A game.
We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe I'm getting a little too cocky. You know what I mean?
Hopefully not. Okay. Also, news from the NFL: Lamar Jackson after last week's game PCL injury. He'll miss 1 to 3 weeks with that injury. How do you think the Ravens will fare with Tyler Huntley as their starting quarterback?
How do we think the Rams will fare with who quarterback? Sorry,
Tyler Huntley. The guy who played for him last year when Lamar was hurt.
Yeah. I kind of remember Huntley. He went to I think UCLA.
I think so.
I think he was he played for Green Bay for a second, right?
That's Brett Huntley, I think.
Oh, okay, my bad. Maybe that's his brother. But I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. They need to win one of those 3 games. Like if they want to be a playoff team, if they want to compete with the Cincinnati Bengals, they need to win. And this is a bad time for Lamar to go down. You know what I mean? And I think this is almost, I don't want to say this is almost what the franchise wanted, but they don't want to pay him all this guaranteed money. You know what I mean? And then him get injured. So this is like, it annoys me that he's out for 1 to 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like this probably isn't going to help him come contract wise, right? Am I right? Or I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe, because at the end of the day, it's still Lamar Jackson. I think everyone's going to overpay him no matter what injury he has.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to bring up baseball again, but do what Aaron Judge has done. Hit the free market. Because, I mean, the Yankees were going to pay him so much. You know what I mean? And he was just like, nah, I'm going to hit the free market. I'm going to let everyone get a chance at me. And we're going to go with the highest number. So.
Right. I think with the whole Ravens situation, this is probably the best guy that you would have if Lamar Jackson's not available, because he has history with the offense. Mm-hmm. He won them a couple games last year.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, he was pretty good. I think if they could, I mean, he played last year, right?
He almost beat the Packers last year, so
he was a pretty solid backup. So
yeah,
I think you're right. I don't think he's the same guy. He might be someone different than.
Yeah, I think he'll win like 1 or 2 games, but like I said, you need Lamar back for that playoff push. So very important that he gets healthy soon. Okay. Also, the San Francisco 49ers lose Jimmy G to a foot injury. They signed Josh Johnson. So as of right now, the depth chart, Brock Purdy is number 1 and Josh Johnson is number 2. How do you feel about the 49ers' chances going forward with this new development?
I think they're going to give is his name Purdy? How do you say it?
Purdy.
Like
yeah.
Purdy, like it's very Purdy. All right. So I'm thinking they're going to give Purdy as much time as possible until he messes up. And then they're going to go with Josh Johnson, because Josh Johnson is one of those guys that's been around the league. He took over, actually, coincidentally, when I was in Indianapolis for a Monday night game. Jets first. Yeah, he took over for Mike White when Mike White got injured last year. And then that was the end of Mike White, because Josh Johnson went off in that game. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. I also heard Baker's rumored to maybe get picked up from waivers. I think they might drop him on waivers, and San Francisco might pick him up just to pick him up. But I don't know. I mean, there are other options. They could always bring other people in, and I think that's what they should do, because Purdy is he's Mr. Irrelevant, right? He was picked at the last pick at one of the rounds, which is awesome, because there's only been a handful of Mr. Irrelevants that have actually been relevant in the NFL. So, I mean, I think it happened one year for the Giants. Somebody won a Super Bowl in like the 80s, and then like it. Normally these guys get cut, so it's nice that he's getting a chance.
Right. Plus his first test, Tom Brady.
No, not Tom Brady. Tom Brady in the place he grew up in. Tom Brady is from the San Francisco area. Tom Brady is a former 49er fan. Tom Brady was rumored to go to the 49ers when he left Boston. So, like, I don't know. Tom Brady just came back and won a 16-17 game. Like, you know what I mean? Like the 49ers, Phil, I've said it to you before, on camera, off camera. They're a playoff relevant team. They have all the pieces around them. So if he doesn't make that many mistakes, I think it'd be interesting to see a game with that kid and Tom Brady. And I mean, we've seen it before. Tyler Heineke almost beat Tom Brady in the playoffs the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And Tampa Bay won it. So like it's this kid can make waves if he's cautious. You know what I mean? He doesn't hand over the ball too much.
I mean, hey, all these weapons for San Fran. You got CMC, Debo, Kittle, Ayuk. Here's the best chance to showcase their skills.
Yeah, and I mean they've got a lot of cowbells too.
And the defense.
Yeah, and that defense is scary. So,
okay, And then we also have some more quarterback news. Baker Mayfield got released by the Panthers, and he is now a Los Angeles Ram.
Oh, he is? When did that happen? Sorry,
about an hour or two before the show.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't get that notification. That sucks.
Yeah. So, do we think the Rams got him?
Not get picked up by the 49ers. I guess the Rams picked him up just in case.
Yeah. Do we think the Rams picked him up so the 49ers wouldn't, or
that's what I'm thinking, because that's what was rumored before, you know what I mean, happened. And I was thinking the Seahawks would do the same thing just so the 49ers couldn't have him.
Gotcha. So we think there's no actual plans for for Baker and the Rams. He's just there to make sure, so just so the 49ers wouldn't get him.
I mean, Matt Stafford's not injured, right?
He is.
Oh, he is?
How terribly injured.
How injured is he?
He's on IR, I believe.
As of last week? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a back injury, I believe.
When do you go down? My bad. I completely missed that.
2 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been the rookie quarterback right now.
I mean, then you know what I mean. He might get a shot then. Like, I think it's just
he might play Thursday night, so we'll see.
Who are they playing?
The Raiders.
Oh, okay. Wow, the Raiders really could sneak back just because they're playing teams who. Oh, that's crazy.
Right. Speaking of more quarterback stuff, let's talk about the Saints and Bucks game. You know, a very good game from the Saints so far. First 2 quarters, they're up 16-3, beginning of the fourth. But then
Andy Dalton, right? And Tom Brady?
Yep.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure.
They're pretty good. The Saints were up 3 quarters, and then quick Cade Otton touchdown from the Bucks, and then to win the game, Rachaad White, rookie running back, gets a little dump off score to win the game. What are our thoughts about the Monday night game? Besides, wow.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady. He's that comeback kid. That was his nickname in college. It'd be awesome to see him have all these comeback victories and then make a Super Bowl run. I mean, just for our childhood. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about it? Do you want him to go back to New England next year?
Absolutely. Come back home.
I mean, there have been rumors in that too, that he might come back to New England just for one more season. And I mean, Phil, come on. No offense, bro, but like, don't you think he has a better shot at making the playoffs? Not in the East, you know what I mean? Not in the AFC East.
I mean, it all depends what we have around him, because the Patriots have about $50 million cap space coming up this offseason. You get him some weapons, bolster up that old line. I'm saying Hunter Henry's already a decent enough tight end for Tom Brady and Jonnu Smith. You add some decent receivers and O-line, could be a business. Matthew Judon is second in the league in sacks.
He is.
Good defense as well.
Why are you sipping the juice? Why are you sipping this tea that is like speculation?
I will.
Wow.
Because
what, Phil? He's never gonna play for your team again, Phil. I don't mean to be like that.
I'm just saying. I have a feeling he won't, but the opportunity is there. The Patriots have a lot of cap space for him and add weapons around him to make one last final run. And what's a better way to send off your career than win one more time at where you started?
I'm just shaking.
It's a Disney story. I'm saying
it's giving. I can't let go. That's what it's giving. I mean, I don't know how to say.
No, I'm saying one last run. That's it.
With what though? I mean, I get you have a decent defense.
And plus, Mac Jones learns a year into Tom Brady. That wouldn't be so bad.
Stop. Mac Jones would not give up that role
for a ring.
Mac.
Jimmy Garoppolo did.
You're bugging, bro. Oh my! Belichick wouldn't just give it to Brady. That was their whole story. That was the whole mutual respect. That was the crazy thing. For one more dance.
Hit it MJ style. Last.
And that's why I hope he does win one more ring this year, because he will walk away. There's no way you win a ring and not walk away if you're Tom Brady. You know what I mean? So. I mean, if they don't win this year, that's a possibility, I guess. I've heard some people talk about it, but I also heard a whole bunch of stuff. I heard how Tom Brady was almost the owner and quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. I heard, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of rumors everywhere. So, I mean,
yeah. I think that's pretty much it. As we have pickups, I just want to make sure we couldn't go through all the topics because of the time crunch, obviously. So
let's talk about Aaron Rodgers in Chicago, because I can't believe
Okay.
Won that game.
I mean, yeah, Fields was looking pretty good at that start of the game, rushing as always. He was making plays. The Bears looked like they actually had a chance to win, but Aaron Rodgers does usual Aaron Rodgers stuff in Chicago, his second home, and let them come back.
Well, their defense also is horrible. I don't mean to be like that, but
the Bears defense is terrible.
They're horrible. So I mean,
also Christian Watson, touchdown machine.
Yeah,
he gets touched on almost every game now.
Yeah, they're calling him the new St. Brown. You know what I mean? How St. Brown was electric in the playoffs last year.
Equanimous, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Equanimous.
And then, I mean, I guess you want to skip anything else? Or you want to touch anything else before you pick them?
Anything specific that you want to talk about?
How about Cowboys Colts? I mean,
okay, yeah, that last one, then we'll move on here.
We'll talk about this just because I feel like Akeem gets annoyed at us because we badmouth the Cowboys a lot, but the Cowboys,
with all due respect, we do.
Okay, I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so I think I should, but the Cowboys blew out the Colts, and it was kind of a close game at first for the first two quarters?
And then, first three, actually.
Oh, I mean, I guess the first three, if you want to count.
They lost the lead in the middle of the fourth.
Yeah, no, but they had a lead since the third. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was one possession all the way up to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but then in the fourth, they blew them out. They put the gas to the pedal, and they scored so many times.
Defense, offense.
I feel bad for Jeff Saturday because he's going to get a lot of that blame for that blowout, but I thought it was a close game overall.
I mean, and I would have blamed him too much.
I mean, yeah,
because he's just there for interim.
I think he has a genuine shot, though. I think they could build a culture with him. I think I'm personally for players taking over in head coaching roles, depending on what the situation is. Like, I know Deion Sanders went from one college program to another this week, and we don't even need to get into that. But I mean, everybody, I think players should be able to elevate themselves to coaching jobs in the NFL and in college because they've been there. You know what I mean? Like we do it in college. You know what I mean? With I went to school for photography. I mean, you went to school for sports management, right? So you talk to somebody who was in your industry at one point, you know what I mean, during college, right? You learned something via class from them, right?
Right.
So I mean, that's all I'm saying. I think players should definitely get a chance to do that. And I mean, I think if Saturday doesn't want to do it, you know what I mean? He shouldn't have to, but I like that Reggie Wayne is their wide receivers coach. So, I mean, I didn't even know that until I listened to the game. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm overall good after the Cowboys topic. You want to do pick'ems?
Yep. Okay. So, with IBTE, we're tied 127 to 127. Yeah, because we had one person pick the Saints on IBT and two people picked the Saints on our end. So, and then Lawrence picked the Jets, so kind of canceled everything out. So,
yeah, thanks Lawrence for picking the Jets.
Thank you, Jets.
One Jets fan. Oh yeah. This is the first week I didn't pick the Jets. I'm normally a ride or die on my teams, and
see, he was smart.
I just think the Vikings were too healthy to bet against. So that's one of the reasons. I thought the Jets were going to play well, and it was a close game, and I almost was wrong, and I was almost mad at myself. But the Vikings are very healthy, and they're a well-coached team, and Kirk Cousins wasn't on prime time, so I knew it wasn't going to blow the game. You know what I mean? And
yep.
I don't know. I'm excited for picking. So who do you have first?
Also, just a recap. I got 38. John, you got 37. Elijah 27. Akeem 21. So it's still a 1-point game.
Okay, that's fine.
So, first one, we have the Thursday night football game. Raiders versus Rams. I'm going.
Since you're winning, you're going to go first.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders. There's no shot the Rams win this.
Really? Zero chance?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Sean McVay is a good coach.
Okay, pick the Rams then.
I might pick the Rams. Phil, sometimes you're like, why don't you just go pick that team? It's a close game, Phil. They're like a touchdown away from winning. Sometimes they do win. Like the times when you're like, you should pick them. I mean,
no Cooper Kupp, no Aaron Donald, no Matt Stafford.
Is Sean McVay out? Does he have a cold? What's going on here? mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I guess I'll go Raiders because I believe in their comeback. So
I was about to say.
I'm just saying, bro. It might be a closer game than you think.
I mean, it is a Raiders, so it's possible. So
That's all I'm saying. Like, and it's hard because like do you blame Derek Carr? Who do you blame for the Raiders' downfalls?
coaching,
Okay, that's what I would say too.
coaching, and injuries.
Yeah,
because Waller and Hunter Renfrow we haven't seen in a minute. Next one was the IBTE pick of the week. Tampa Bay versus San Fran.
Did you pick this? Who picked it? Who came up with this game?
Kenny.
Oh, really? Nice.
You go. It's your turn to go first.
My turn to go. I'm down one. You can go first.
I went first last time.
I don't care. I'm down one. All right. Until I'm up again, I don't want to hear it. All right. But I mean, if we're talking this game, all right, the Tom Brady Bowl, Phil really should be going first. But I guess I'll pick. I don't know. I might change it. I might change it after I hear Phil's, but I'm probably going to go Tampa Bay. Who are you picking, Phil? So I can change my pick. Go ahead, pick San Francisco. They're going to win.
Fuck it. I just think all around San Francisco does have the better team, minus no quarterback. The defense, the offense, all better around. They're just missing a quarterback. I'm going to go San Fran.
Interesting. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about changing it back to San Francisco. Just copying Phil so I can keep this.
That's what we did last week.
No, I didn't copy you, Phil, last week. You weren't on the show, so you copied me.
Oh,
just make that clear.
Fair enough. Actually, that's good. That's a good point. Actually, good point.
I'm just saying.
But that's a good point. Actually,
I truly believe. No, I mean it's probably not going to happen, but I would love to see Tom Brady get a win in the house he's looked at his whole life. That's his stadium. You know what I mean? That's where Tom Brady grew up. He should have been a 49er. So hopefully he gets that win for me because I'm gonna pick Tom Brady in the Tom Brady Bowl. But you're right. I think San Francisco does a better overall team. Who do you got for the next Miami?
Next one up, Miami shootout. We have Miami versus the Chargers. Who we got?
I'll go first on the next one too.
I'm gonna go Miami. I trust that team way more than I do the Chargers.
So do I.
Yeah, I just don't trust the Chargers.
I don't either, but they're the most Miami team. That's not Miami. It is the Chargers. That's it. Like if you were to take a team and wonder where they're from, it annoys me so much that they're from LA. They're not an LA team. I don't mean to be like that.
Plus, they're probably pissed they lost to the 49ers, so the Dolphins are be looking for revenge.
I would think so too. Well, and it's also a big week for them because if they win, they space themselves from if the Bills lose or if the Jets lose. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. And then the very last game of the week, Monday Night Football. The boys from New England face the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. Where is it at?
I think it's at Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with my boys.
Are you really? You're rocking with them.
Absolutely. The toddler will be put to bed on Monday night. Little. Plus, the Call of Duty might be coming out with a new map soon, so right around the same time as the Cardinals game. So
get out of here. Stop using my map logic against me.
We're going to New England. We're rolling with them boys.
We're rolling with the boys. All right.
Plus, I can give up one game. That's fine.
Okay, I guess I'll go Arizona. Because as of right now, it's Arizona, but you're going to get a text later. I might change it. I might.
Okay. Like I said, for each game, you have to kick off.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
Okay, so those are our pickups.
Yay.
Okay. Let's do a quick draft and then we'll head out because I know how much we want to head out.
Phil,
okay.
Phil, let me tell you. No, I don't want to head out. I just want to. Oh, I already found out. Never mind. Doesn't even matter. That's cool. I appreciate you keep telling me. Well, not really telling me, but you know what I mean? A little hit here, hit there. Act like it, whatever. But what do I want to tell you? I want to tell you one more thing before we bounce.
We're heading to the wheel of draft quick.
We oppose each other on 2 picks, and you're up 1. So if I win both those games, I'm up 1 on you.
Oh, so you're not switching from San Fran and Tampa Bay?
Definitely not now that I think about it. What's our draft going to be, Phil? You know I'm down for these drafts, Phil. I'll do 2 or 3 drafts with you right now here.
Yes. So let's do one. We're doing one.
We'll just start off. Maybe it's good. We'll do a second.
Well, because remember, I have to be on the stream after this, so probably best to do one.
I'm a fast drafter though. So.
Fair enough.
So
okay, so yep. So I'm just gonna do a little intro for the YouTube video. Okay. Welcome to the Ball Sensor YouTube channel. It's your boy Phil and John. We are recording the podcast right now, and we have yet another wheel of drafts. You can see down below the topics. We have chips, sports movies, actors, fictional athletes, and sports drinks. John, any specific one you're looking forward to?
I'm not looking forward to any of them. I'm very nervous. These drafts make me nervous on the low. I pick my drafts very personally, and it scares me that I don't prepare for them. So why don't you spin it?
So we're doing the third one, right? Third spin.
Yeah, third spin. I guess. We can just do the first spin if you want.
Let's do third. Let's keep tradition.
Okay. And
sports drinks are first.
Sports drinks. What are we talking about there?
Like Gatorade, Powerade, Prime, etc., etc.
No, there's not 3 rounds of sports drinks.
Huh?
There's no way there's 3 rounds of sports drinks. No,
yes,
there's. No, there's.
Between the two of us, yes. Chips. Oh, here we go. Ready? Let's go. The third one will be.
I hate you, Phil. I don't want to do sports drinks. Phil, spin that bitch one more time. I swear to God.
Okay, that's fine.
Sports drinks, Phil.
I'll take it out.
You, Phil. You do this on purpose. This is. I don't know if I think this is random.
Imagine I rigged the wheel to land on sports drinks.
One more time on sports drinks. We do it on sports drinks. If you don't do sports something else, I don't know.
There you go. Perfect.
Chips.
Okay. We have a winner. We are doing a chip draft.
Who's going first, Phil?
So how do you want to do it? I go first? Are we doing back and forth?
Yeah, we're doing back and forth. Well, it's a back and forth thing. It's not snake. I don't want to do snake. It's
okay. So
like
how many
whoever's
rounds?
first, first in both rounds.
Are we doing 3?
Yeah, you can do 3 rounds.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna kick it off with an instant classic. Known in every grocery store, gas station, etc. I'm gonna go hot Cheetos. It's my go-to. So
hot Cheetos.
Yes.
Wait, so are you? So all Cheetos altogether have been taken, or
just that brand? Just that brand, hot Cheetos.
It's hot. All right. Well, I think that's a miss, but I'm gonna go. I don't know.
We had a whole discussion, and now you're freezing up on.
How am I freezing up? I don't know.
I never.
For one of them, just because of commercials and the Super Bowl in general, I'm gonna go Doritos.
What kind of Doritos?
Nacho red or the spicy purple ones. I don't know. Either one of those Doritos. We're gonna do Doritos first round pick.
Okay. For my second one, another personal favorite of mine, I'm gonna go with a popcorn / chip, the smart food popcorn, the one that comes in a black bag with the yellow lettering. It's always been a personal favorite of mine, so I'm gonna go with that.
Pretty good popcorn overall. Great. I'm gonna go barbecue potato chips.
From which brand?
I'm gonna go, I guess, Lay's. I normally not a Lay's barbecue potato chip guy, but I guess we'll go Lay's to get Lay's in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go. We'll do a pick and then we'll do like 2 honorable mentions and shit.
Sure.
My third round, we're gonna go to Doritos Spicy Nacho.
I already had Doritos Spicy Nacho.
Oh, you said the Spicy Nacho?
Yeah.
Damn.
You can have Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch is available. I said the spicy one or the nacho one. That's what I said.
I'll just go with Pringles sour cream and onion.
Okay. You want Pringles. Interesting.
I had to. Come on.
I'm not a Pringles fan whatsoever. They're not even on my list.
Okay.
Next, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good one though. Go Fritos. A little salty, but nice. You put it. Apparently, they make it into a pie. Frito pie. All right. Now we get 2 honorable mentions.
My first honorable mention. We are heading to the Lay's Nation. I'm go salt and vinegar.
Okay, solid. First honorable mention. Honestly, should have been a first overall pick. I'm gonna go chocolate chips. It's a chips draft, so I'm gonna go chocolate chips.
Corny.
It's different. It's different, and it's in everybody's favorite cookie. A chocolate chip cookie. Come on, Phil.
I thought oatmeal raisin was your favorite.
What?
I thought oatmeal raisin was your favorite.
No, that's my dad's favorite. He likes that weird stuff. But no,
you ever been given an oatmeal raisin cookie and someone says chocolate chip?
That's the worst. That's like people. I don't want to say I support assault, but don't be telling me it's chocolate chip if it's oatmeal raisin. That's just rude. All right. I don't mean to give people a life lesson, but all right. What's your second honorable mention?
My second honorable mention, my very last pick. Damn. I'm gonna go Pringles again because I know how much John loves Pringles. Let me go the pepperoni pizza Pringle chips.
Those are classics, though. Those are classics. So I will give you the props on that. I'm gonna do a split. I have 2 honorable mentions if that's okay. Both I don't think you'd care for, so I'm gonna take them both personally. I'm gonna go jalapeno chips, kettle cooked jalapenos.
Oh, that's a good choice, actually.
Okay, and then I'm also, as another honorable mention, because I don't think it should have gotten mentioned that it hasn't yet, any tortilla chip. Tortilla chips were missed, and I'd like to apologize to the Spanish community because I had
chip community.
To the chip community for not picking tortilla chips in my top 3. So I think Fritos was kind of a stretch. I should have probably
apologies to George. Right.
I mean, to anyone who loves tortilla chips, I'm a huge fan. I like homemade tortilla chips. Ooh, those are good. The ones from Chipotle, they got a little lime on it. Or I like sweet potato tortilla chips. I like the regulars, the Spanish kind, the salty, like $2 ones. Oh, those are really good as well. But
are you a salsa fan?
I'm a very big salsa fan. I kind of like queso. There are people in my family who do queso, which is dope. But
yeah, I'm more of a salsa fan myself. Yeah.
What kind of salsa? Mild, medium, or hot?
Hot. Come on.
Although I am from time to time down to get some mango salsa. Some mango salsa it's a trip. It's a little spicy. It's a little sweet. You never know what you're gonna get.
So. Speaking of trip, we have one coming up very soon.
That's right. Or we should do more drafts like this.
Okay, so this has been another draft between me and John. Let us know what draft was better. I mean, I doubt anyone will comment, but we'll put it in our chat and we'll let our chat.
Man took 2 different types of Pringles. I mean, I guess if you're a Pringles fan, you'll vote for him. So I'm just saying, 2 different types.
Yeah. So
the pizza ones were worth it, though. I'll give you that.
With that being said, make sure you subscribe and put on post notifications on the YouTube channel so you know when we upload. Like and comment. Thank you for tuning into the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time on the next YouTube video, no matter what it is. Deuces. Peace. Okay, so last words because we're at 158. Surprisingly, we could have been done a while ago.
We'll do one more draft. I know.
I gotta do the stream after.
I know, but I promise you, it'll be less than 5 minutes.
What? Why would I post a less than 5 minutes draft?
That one was less than 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
That chip one flew. I'm just saying, Phil, you're always talking about extra content. I can do one really quick. I promise you I'll be fast with my delivery. Don't be like, oh, I'll think about it. You know what I mean?
So we'll be doing our sports drink draft now.
All right, we can do it. I mean, if that's the one you'd want to do, we can do it.
Fine, we can do one more draft.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Let me go
thing up again so you can, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm the one that's gonna have to edit and upload this anyways.
I know. Well, I mean, Phil, we put you through the fire so we can look great on the other side, all right?
Wow.
So you're the captain of our ship. You're the quarterback of the team.
Yeah,
I
right.
would say you're the point guard of Baller Central. Would you not?
I do like that. Oh, wait, someone popped in. Under 5. Damn. Wait, is that Travis? Is under 500? Let's add to the stream. Fuck it.
Yo.
What's up?
What's good, y'all?
What's up? We're just gonna do one more draft and then end the episode. Would you like to join us, sir?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Bet.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
hold on.
We're doing a solid draft though, so it's a 1, 2, 3, and then we're doing another 1, 2, 3. We're not doing snake.
Not snake. All right.
No, pass on the snake.
Oh, whoops. Sports drinks. Okay, so welcome Elijah to the stream.
Yo, sports drinks. No, take rid of sports drinks and go sports memories or something.
Oh, a sports moments actually. Yeah, that works.
Moments, yeah. Perfect.
Actually, can we just do a sports moments draft?
Fun.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, let me stop the screen. Let me do another intro.
Wait,
So-
put our names in it and spin it once, and that's how we'll do 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, let me do that real quick. John. Yeah. Phil. Okay, so let me do a quick intro for this, and we're good. And then after, whoop Elijah some drafting after this. So
Yo, I know
Yo.
you gotta get to your drafting and we gotta get past this, but bro, the fantasy playoffs is crazy, bro.
Yo, all right. So you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
So I took the liberty of doing the math for everybody, so we know the exact situation. If you guys want to
Okay.
hear it. So
Sure.
John,
shoot.
clear, winning, you're in.
Okay, yeah. But
What
if I
about me?
lose, I can still be in, right? But I could also
Same for
bounce.
Chris. Same for Chris. Winning, he's in. Right.
I got you.
The
What
last
about me?
spot really comes down to me and Shane.
Okay.
So no, I'm sorry, but it's really weird. So,
But you know about Akeem's loss too, right? Like if Akeem
Yeah.
loses,
but Akeem's in.
no,
matter
Akeem
what?
could lose and he could be the same record as somebody else.
RJ, right?
Yeah, RJ, they'd have the same record. They'd both be 6 and 7. With RJ winning.
Or 6 and 8, I
Okay,
think. Yeah.
I win. I'm also 6 and 7, and I knock RJ out.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's all about who wins. But yeah. That's crazy.
It's so nice. It's so nice I don't have to worry about this.
If John, if you win, you're in.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically how. Yeah.
But will
If
you?
Chris wins, he's in.
Mhm.
Now, if Shane wins, he's
Uh-huh.
also in.
Okay.
But so here's the thing. I have to win this league to get in. The loser of Shane and Chris's game gets knocked out if I win.
Okay.
As for Akeem and RJ, it's possible that if Akeem loses and RJ wins, it's possible Akeem gets knocked out, but I have the tiebreaker over RJ and Akeem has the tiebreaker over me. And I have the tiebreaker over everybody else who's also.
Who do you
would end
play?
up with- Huh?
Who do you play?
I
Mari.
play.
Oh, you play Mari. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's another situation. If I lose and Mari wins, I think Mari's in.
Yeah.
What kind of Colts and Jaguars situation we got going over?
I don't know, bro. It's crazy.
It's so weird.
Spin the thing now. We're not doing 3 spins. Just spin it 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're doing another quick draft in this week's podcast episode. We're doing best sports memories. So we'll be drafting our favorite sports memories as fans, and we'll determine the order right now. First pick. God damn it. Okay. that
Let's
makes sense.
go.
Congratulations, you can have the first pick.
Well, you'll
There-
be getting the
there's
first pick.
It's all about the second. I mean, it's all about the second, third pick. I don't know anything about that. But.
Second pick.
There we go. There we go. Third pick to Phil. That's all right, Phil. You wouldn't even pick the second pick. What I'm going to pick.
This is some bullshit.
We all know what you're going to pick for your third pick. We all know it's
Okay,
going to be the.
hold on. Okay, so the draft order for sports memories is Elijah, John, myself, which is bullshit, but hey. So we're doing the same exact order every round.
First, second, third.
Yeah,
1, 2,
Elijah,
3, 1, 2, 3,
John,
1, 2,
me,
3.
Elijah.
How many rounds?
3 rounds. One
Honorable
and
mention.
only one and only honorable mention.
John, you did 2 honorable mentions. Stop it.
I know, but last week Elijah did multiple honorable mentions, so I was allowed this week.
Yeah, Elijah. No,
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
My first pick. I hate to do this, but I know nobody else is really going to take this anyway. My number 1 pick is going to be the 3-1 comeback from the Cavaliers. That's going to be my number 1 pick. That's my favorite.
3-1, nice.
That's a good
It's really recent, but it's still.
Damn, that was one of mine. John, just hurry up and say helmet catch.
Yes, that's Super Bowl. That was the Giants defeated the Patriots on February 3rd, 2008, 17-13. Helmet catch. David Tyree, Eli Manning, first round pick. Let's go. All right. Probably best Super Bowl moment. Don't mean to be like that, but 1 of 3. I would put us in the top 3. But go ahead.
Speaking of Super Bowl moments.
Speaking of 28-3.
Absolutely.
Okay, congratulations. Good for
Tom Brady, the GOAT, down 3-28, fourth quarter, a probable comeback. James White, MVP. An immaculate receptions from him. Shout out James White. 20-3. I'm going with that.
Good one.
Okay, another.
All right, first round. Who you got?
I mean, I can be biased. It's a favorite memory.
Yeah.
Butt fumble?
Whatever. Oh. Shut your mouth.
I hate to say this, but the Miracle at the Meadowlands is really one of my favorites.
Deshaun Jackson!
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it
was a good game. It was a good game. They came back.
And it's not to be against the Giants, but I actually was a huge fan of Michael Vick. You feel me?
I mean, Michael Vick was
Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick fantasy points went crazy that game.
That week it was crazy. He came back from a lot. I give him the props on that.
That's Michael Vick is the reason why I'm picking that game specifically. But yeah, that's my number 2 pick right there.
The reason why it was a miracle is because the Giants were good enough that they were so up. You know what I mean? That the Eagles came back and they
Matt
beat them.
Dodge with the punt.
All right. Why everyone got to come at Matt Dodge just because he took over after AJ Fields? Oh my God. Leave the guy alone.
It's Deshaun Jackson. You put that shit out of bounds.
Okay, well, I mean, you could say the same thing about Man 2 weeks ago, but whatever.
Who you have for number 2, John?
My number 2 moment. This is definitely sniping at Phil. All right. 2004, Red Sox break the curse of the Bambino. Red Sox beat Yankees. I'm going to do that series, the comeback series. Yankees
03?
Red Sox.
Nice.
Yeah, that was 04.
Oh, no, they're down 03. Yeah.
Oh, they were down 03, and then they came back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that was in 04. In 03, Aaron Boone hit a home run to beat the Red Sox.
Absolutely. Mine's going to be hella biased. I'm not even going to lie to you. My sports memory, I'm just going to break it down into three simple words. Anything is possible.
Okay, Celtics.
Okay, Celtics.
Kevin Garnett, 2008 championship, crying on the Celtics logo after beating the Lakers. Yes, the Lakers in the NBA Finals.
After that?
The same amount that the Giants and Jets did combined.
Actually,
they won in 2010. So yeah.
2000. That's what I'm saying. Thank you very much.
Shut up. I'm going with 2008 NBA championship Celtics.
That was good. Go on.
My next pick was saved because I know nobody's taking it.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Oh, I knew it.
Breaking the triple-double
versus
record,
Denver.
getting that game winner against Denver.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. This is partially because I have this core memory in my head of college, and it includes a lucky number of mine. 61, Kobe's last game.
Oh, the Jazz game.
I'm gonna take the Jazz game, Kobe's last game, as my third memory.
We watched that together. I remember that.
We did. We were there.
That was my honorable mention.
That was your honorable mention.
Oh, we sniping pick.
It's just as Kobe, and I had to. There's so many other Kobe moments you can also take.
I know, but I didn't think anybody was gonna take that one. So, but
thank you. I appreciate it. Heart to heart.
I respect
on that
it.
Kobe memory.
My last pick. I'm going to my favorite NBA player. I'll set the scene for you. It's an NBA dunk contest. Someone steps into the phone booth, comes out, Superman logo on the chest. Kenny Smith with the famous lines, Superman is in the building.
Oh my God.
Dwight Howard completes a free throw line dunk and wins the dunk contest. Superman is in the building, Dwight Howard. Superman is in the building.
I don't mean to be like that, but Shaq was Superman before Dwight was. I don't mean to be like.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
All right.
Honorable mention.
mention time.
Yeah.
John took mine, so I'm gonna throw a curveball out here. I'm gonna go to WWE.
Ooh.
Kofi Mania.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Kofi Kingston winning that WWE title at WrestleMania, beating Daniel Bryan.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Good pick. Ooh. I don't know what to do. I did a sport for each thing. So I did baseball, football, basketball.
Butt fumble.
No, that was, by the way, that was the same year. No, the year before the page. You know what? That's my honorable mention. When the Jets beat the Patriots in Foxborough the year before the butt fumble. All right. When everyone wants to talk about the butt fumble, what happened the year before? When Bart Scott was like, "This is for all the non-believers." Yo, love that speech. Love Bart Scott. One of my favorite person who keeps talking football on SNY. You know, props to you, Bart. That's my honorable mention.
Then the Steelers came to whoop that ass though.
Hey, whatever. Still at home with LaDainian Tomlinson. Said what I said.
Okay. My honorable mention. Oh, this is a tough one. You know what? I'm going baseball for this one.
Okay.
I think it's the ALCS or ALDS. David Ortiz hits a home run over Torrey Hunter's head, causing him to lose balance over the fence and having a very famous photo of a security guard celebrating it while not helping Torrey Hunter. So I'm going to go David Ortiz grand slam with Torrey Hunter off balance in the crowd. So
it's pretty good. Pretty good honorable mention.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys, but can I have one more honorable mention?
Sure, go ahead.
Just like last week.
Yeah, because nobody's going to take this one. Nobody really cares about the sport except for me anyway here.
NASCAR?
Yes.
Ooh,
2016.
Okay.
I just want to get the actual date. I believe November 20th. Jimmy Johnson becomes a 7-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
I do remember that.
Tying Dale Earnhardt.
One of the legends.
Yeah. Didn't he face Junior in that race? Wasn't Junior in that race?
Yeah, Junior retired in 18 or 19.
Yeah. That was a really good race. That was a really good race.
It was also the first time he ever had to win the championship race to win the championship. And he did it for 7 times. Like, oh man.
John, last one, honorable mention.
I'm gonna butcher her name, but do you remember the girl who hit 2 game winners at Notre Dame?
Sabrina Ionescu?
Sabrina, no, that was she went to Oregon.
Arika?
Orika Okambe. Maybe I'm messing that name up. I'm messing that name up.
I know you're talking about, yeah. Just say Arika.
She hit 2 game winners, and Kobe called her up, and both those game winners, I think one was in the Final Four, and the other one was in the national championship game to win it. And it was like, damn, she's clutch. So yeah, if I had to go with another honorable mention, that's what it would be.
Gotcha.
March Madness included. So
gotcha. So for my last honorable mention, I'm gonna take it back to last year. Western Conference second round. Let's take you to Phoenix real quick. Game 7.
God, this is love to be talking about.
The malice in the not so palace. Luka Doncic takes away the Phoenix Suns' soul. Step back. Cameron Johnson on the floor. Caps off an amazing run. The Mavericks blow out the Phoenix Luka's Suns by damn near 40 to send them home in Game 7.
And he still has their soul too, because oh my
Phil
God,
was talking about that earlier. I don't know if I believe that. I think the Suns might show him something in the playoffs this year.
They're gonna have to.
They need to try at least.
Try. Devin Booker will forever be Devin Doncic until further notice.
He's coming back. He's made strides on his game though this year.
Yeah, because he's not dating a Kardashian anymore.
Oh, geez, coming at him for that. God, act like you wouldn't.
I mean, hey, that's why Chris Paul's been terrible the last couple of years because he was with Kim now.
That was fake. But
I know it is. I know it was. It was hilarious though.
All right.
Okay.
Elijah, what do you think about that? Do you think that's why he's doing better? You think
no comment.
It's the Kardashian curse. That's why Chris Paul couldn't win.
I genuinely think he's doing better because this is the same thing he did last year when Chris Paul was out.
Yeah.
He had to step up his game to fill that void, and I feel like that's what he's doing. But when Chris Paul comes back, I think he needs to do the same exact thing for the Suns to even be considered a contender.
Right. No,
Okay.
no Cameron Johnson there.
Understandable.
He's out for the season.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
When
has been
everybody
another-
comes back, Devin Booker still has to score like 30 plus a game for the Suns to really be a threat.
and do it at home in Game 7 as well. So with that being said, that's been another draft. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, put on notifications so you know when we upload. We're doing a little bit of a Christmas streak going on with Twitch streams. We try to go live every night on Twitch and upload it on the YouTube channel. So we have a little Christmas streak going on. So far, we're at a 4-day win streak with that, and we have another stream coming up right after this. Me and Elijah do some little GM drafting for WWE. So stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to the replay. So, hey, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Deuces. Okay, so last words before we head out the stream because me and Elijah got to do some drafting.
I don't
Oh,
have
wait,
because I wasn't here.
Oh wait,
But,
Elijah, what do you have your pickups for tonight? We can get that out the way.
Read them all real
Raiders, Rams, Thursday night.
quick. Raiders.
Okay. Raiders, Rams, Thursday night. Tampa Bay, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Okay.
Miami and Chargers.
Ooh. Miami, though.
I hear that.
And then last one, Patriots and Cardinals.
Ooh. I'm in the car. Oh.
Yep.
Are we Patriots +3? Huh?
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Give me the Cardinals -6.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez. Oh,
damn.
jeez.
Oh, damn. Pain.
I like genuinely, if Rondale Moore comes back, Cardinals -6 for sure.
Oh, really?
If he doesn't, it'll be a game. And I take Patriots +6. What's the spread? 2.5, 3.5?
It's a -1 for New England.
-1 for New England.
Last time I checked.
That's interesting.
I can check right now, actually, just to be safe.
Maybe I'm giving the Cardinals more credit than they deserve, but
Facts. New Call of Duty map
I
around
mean,
around the game.
Get out of here on that Call of Duty. Oh, my
the
God.
Cardinals are not a team that's going to roll over, though. So it's just like,
Patriots. It's Patriots -1.5 officially right now.
ooh.
I'll admit your team is fire. All right. It's good. It's a decent team. It's going to compete, and make it not a bad game. But let's.
I just think the Cardinals pass rush is going to get after Mac a little bit and pressure him too much.
Probably, yeah. Okay.
So I just don't trust Mac Jones. That's my thing now.
Really?
I don't.
I don't think the coaching staff does either.
Especially like when he gets backed up on his 1 or 2 yard line, like it's like he shits his pants. He just doesn't move.
Yeah, he needs to be better at throwing the ball away. But his pocket presence needs to be better as well.
Who did they lose to last week? The Vikings. Where I was sitting there,
No,
I'm
the
like,
Bills.
No, it was in the end zone.
no, I'm talking about the week before.
Oh, gotcha.
It was against the Vikings where it was really like, Mac Jones, you got to do something. And he stood there, just holding on to the ball. Get rid of it, man. It just showed me I can't trust him if I got to bet. So I always want to go against the Patriots, but I want to give the rest of the Patriots enough credit.
Damn.
Yeah. I want to give the rest of the Patriots credit, though. So like I said,
Their defense is really good.
Arizona is not as bad as their record shows.
I don't know about that. We'll find out on Sunday. If they lose to the Patriots by a lot, I don't know. They better not lose by a lot.
I think if Arizona loses by more than 10, then they're as bad as their record shows.
Okay, cool.
I don't think they're as bad as their record shows.
I would agree with
think
that.
for some reason this week they're going to show up.
I hope not.
They better. I mean, this is a team that just lost to the Bills. All right, they could compete. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying.
Okay, so last words before we head out.
You got all the betting down. Cool. Elijah, you want to go first? Since
Hey, I have no last words.
you have no last
I
words.
just keep losing my bets by 1 leg, so fuck this shit.
Damn.
I lost my bet by -0.05 yards.
Damn, sorry about that to both of you.
That Brady rush yard.
Damn,
I
really
haven't
on
seen
that?
my parlays in the chat.
Literally everything else hit. I had let me check.
I'm gonna just say this. I haven't sent my bets in the chat, but on Sunday, the 1 o'clock slate, I missed by Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper touchdowns. And that was like a 7-legger missed by Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper touchdowns. And then for the 4 p.m., I only missed by a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Damn.
And then you guys saw what happened to me on Thanksgiving where I lost by – I forgot what I lost by in the first game. But it was like – it's just been one leg very much – so much recently. It's annoying.
I hear
Like, I got to hit
No.
– I know I'm going to hit one day, but it's like –
Facts.
I've been in that
that
rut
day.
too. It's
So,
like
Marcus Smart over 21.5 PRA, that hit. Jabari Smith over 18.5 PRA, that hit. Taysom Hill to throw at least one pass yard, that hit. Giannis over 26.5 points, that hit. Luka Doncic over 2.5 threes, thank you, Luka, that hit. And then Tom Brady minus 1 rushing yard. I needed at least 0 rushing yards from him.
bro, Tom Brady is that guy. All right, he's gonna rush for 5 yards.
it was that
No.
kneel down.
It was that kneel down at
that's
the end of the
good.
first half. Yes.
No, that's hilarious.
Pain.
Sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but that's hilarious. I'm sorry.
John-
Phil's like the biggest Tom Brady fan, so like the fact that he lost him a one leg parlay is pretty funny to me. But that's only because I know Phil's right about most of these things.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of them. Let's relax. You didn't know about the Tom Brady. kneel
Oh, my stomach.
John, last words?
down. Thank you, Jacob deGrom. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Appreciate your time as a Met, and miss you. Wish you well. What? Go ahead.
Nah, finish.
Oh, I like that Donovan Mitchell kind of said the same thing. How he was disappointed that he didn't resign with the Mets, but he's a big Mets fan, and he's sad to see him leave. And I don't know. I'm happy. I'm overall. I was happy watching him, and he if it wasn't for the culture he built, the Mets wouldn't be the Mets that they are today. So that's all I'm saying. Appreciate him.
We don't really talk baseball on this pod, so like
We did
I
a lot
didn't really
today.
wanna bring it
We
up.
were talking about baseball
Really?
earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what pissed me off today. Taijuan Walker left for 4 years. What was it?
$72 million.
$72 million?
Yep.
That pissed me off, bro.
You want me to tell you what happened though?
What?
You know the Mets weren't that interested in him.
I didn't know that. But-
That's the only thing that pissed me off. He like, for example, if they were that interested in him, they would have offered him something. Watch, they'll say they offered him something like $35 to $36 million, but I don't think he was getting a lot of interest from the Mets, and that's only because I've been watching SNY and like they're like who they're trying to get or whatever, and they mention him, but it's not like it's a big like hurry to re-sign him. You know what I mean? And
Man,
like that's what I was annoyed. I was annoyed
finish,
too, though. I'm with you. I like Taijuan Walker.
Like, yeah, it's really annoying. But I gotta say, for my wish list, I can only really speak on the Mets because that's really only the team that I'm following for real.
Mhm.
First of all, this Aaron Judge thing is really getting to my head. I feel like he's going to the Giants for real now. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that reporter fucked up.
The moment that was said, the Yankees just increased their bid $50 million. The Mets increased their bid $50 million. The Mets, the thing that annoys me about the Mets is that they're almost acting like the Yankees.
Oh, it hit something. That's good.
Like, and that's like, bro, you're the Mets. Just be the Mets. You know what I mean? Like, invest in the guy who said, hey, you know, I could pitch better. You know what I mean? Like when the press was saying, hey, these guys aren't hitting for you. Are you annoyed? He's like, well, I could pitch better. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he would say. Like, and he never threw his teammates under the bus. And like, that's why Scherzer came. That's why other people came. Like, I don't know. I just think it's been handled.
I just want to speak on my wish list real quick, though.
Go ahead.
My wish list is, for one, I want Nimmo re-signed now.
Shame. Yeah, he needs to be resigned, especially after the round fell. The Yankees are going to be on him. Mad people are going to be on him if you don't sign. You know what I mean?
Like, I want him signed now. Josh Bell, I think he can play third base. I actually want him.
He signed to the Guardians.
He signed to the Guardians already.
Fuck.
I think
Well,
it was 3
Carlos
years
Rodon
ago.
is also on my wish list.
I want him too. I
I
want
like
him
Rodon
too.
as well.
Like,
But I
if
also
you're
wanna
gonna lose,
re-sign
if you're going to lose DeGrom, you got to ask somebody else too. Like I know you
You had
got
way more than you
I
had.
know we got Verlander, but
Yeah.
like you lost DeGrom, you got Verlander back to fill his shoes. You lost Walker, now go get Rodon. The last player on my wish list, it might be a long shot, but at the same time, this man has a no trade clause to 29 teams except for us. Bring me Shohei Ohtani. Bring me Ohtani.
Get
Really?
out of here.
How?
Yes, that's a big name the Mets are looking to get. But the Angels already announced that they're not going to trade him this offseason.
How the hell is that gonna happen?
They were rumored to get him last time the trade deadline happened. I was in Anaheim and he was on the market and the Mets were rumored to get him. Like he if he's gonna go to a team, he might go to the New York Mets. Like that's
That's the only team they could trade him to.
I think he also might have freed up the Yankees or the Red Sox.
It's gonna be Linsanity Part 2.
But I don't think they would. I don't think the Angels would trade him to either Boston or New York unless they were gonna get like, you know what I mean, something really, really.
I thought there was a lot of rumors of a Judge and Ohtani trade, but
Well, there are. I don't know.
I actually would not mind Aaron Judge going to the Giants. I'll be honest.
I would. They'd be scary, bro. I don't want to go through them.
No, they would be very scary, but I wouldn't mind him going there.
I get that. And to play in that historical park, the last player to play there was Barry Bonds. You know what I mean? Like, if he breaks the single season home run record in Bonds' park, bro, that's crazy. That's Hall of Fame right there. Like, you broke Maris's record, like, in a Yankee uniform. Now you're gonna go break the NL record in a Giant uniform. Like,
I want to see it.
I wanted the Mets to sign him if they were about it. You know what I mean? Like, there was like little talk of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the Mets might be in the conversation, but don't be in the conversation. Go out and get him. But
it's like they're in the conversation, but they're just like so low on, like they're flying so under the radar that it's like the Giants are pulling out all the stops to get this man over there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously he's already in New York, so you can't pull out too many stops. But it's like you have not heard his name really linked to the Mets that much, as you've heard the Giants and the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's just I think the Yankees are also stupid. I think I would have gave him the captainship so he wouldn't have left. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Aaron Judge is a captain, I don't think he leaves the New York Yankees. Because there's only been like 13 captains in the history of the New York Yankees. You know what I mean? Like, Derek Jeter was the last captain. So it's just like, I don't know. But
I'll say another scary thing, though. Trey Turner to the Phillies is
that I do not like. He turned down money from the Padres. Like, they're building something in Philadelphia.
What are they doing?
My question is, if he would have went to the Padres, what was he going to play? They already have a shortstop. You can't.
He would have been a second baseman or the outfield. But I would think second base or third. I mean,
if he was going to play second base, he could have came to the Mets.
He could. I mean, he could have came to the Mets. I don't think the Mets
would have
moved
McNeil to the outfield.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, John, what was your player and game of the week again?
It was Knight it's not Knight, it's Bam. You know what I'm talking about.
Zonovan, yeah.
Yeah, Zonovan is my player, and my game was Tampa Bay versus
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because I almost bet it the other way.
I forgot what my game was.
It was Bengals and Chiefs.
That was a good game too.
And then AJ Brown.
So mad, bro.
Why you wanted the Chiefs to win?
It's not that I wanted the Chiefs to win. I just wanted to hit my bet. But
my bad.
The Chiefs defense, I'm not gonna lie, like when it came to that last like 6 minutes of the game, it's so many missed tackles on P-Ron that I was just like, bro.
They need to add a big piece, like somebody to captain the
like
defense.
Tyrann Mathieu.
bro.
Nah, a linebacker.
He's struggling. He's struggling in New Orleans actually.
They need a linebacker. They don't need a Tyrann Mathieu. I think they're good on safety. They need a linebacker. By a linebacker,
they need like a Quincy Williams, bro. Do you know Quincy Williams on the Jets?
Yeah,
he's really good.
They need a Matt, like I forgot his first name, but Milano from the Bills. They need a
Matt Milano,
someone like that. Yeah.
It's Matt Milano, right? They need somebody like that.
Yeah, that's Matt Milano. He's good
They
too.
need to.
He's not
They
as
need
fast,
a.
but he's good.
I mean,
Probably
the Rams might want to start looking to the future, so maybe they'll get rid of Bobby Wagner.
Maybe a Tamba Hali.
Yo, did you see the meeting between Pete Carroll and Bobby Wagner?
Nah.
Oh, it was nice. It was like it's kind of what Brady and Belichick kind of did, but they did theirs in private. They had I think somebody taped it or they taped it or whatever. They met up before the game and they exchanged hugs and appreciation and stuff.
Side note: we're going to be at 2 hours and 30 minutes recording.
All right, cool.
Yeah, my
So
fault. We out of here. I gotta go do something before we start our draft anyway, Phil.
God damn. Yeah, this is going to be a quick draft because it's 11:20. I still got to upload all this shit. Okay, so
good content though tonight, Phil. 2 drafts.
of course we did. You know who we are. The fuck? Shitting me? No. So with that being said, this has been Phil, Elijah, and John. Special guest got bumped to next week because travel struggles. But so with that being said,
What got bumped for next week?
our special guest. So yeah.
Who's the special guest, Mari?
No.
No.
Why was you trying to think we doing that to you?
Imagine.
We did that.
Nah, because I joined, and all I heard was, "Is that Mari?" I'm like, "What?"
Oh no, I said it was our special guest because I saw under 500. So our special guest is under 500. So
They're in the fantasy league on ESPN.
yes.
Yeah.
That was RJ.
Yo, we should have RJ on. If he beats Akeem, can we have him on?
Absolutely.
Yo, that's what's up. RJ.
No, and we won't tell Keem.
Yo.
Under 500.
Did you see the name of the recording session?
No, I can't see it.
Oh,
I'm on my phone.
here I'll show it to you after. I'll never know. So with that being said, Ball Central Podcast every Wednesday at noon. Down below you can see the little brand, whatever it's called, banner bullshit. YouTube, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Get your shit together. Because every time it says upload at noon, it always uploads like at 5 or 6 p.m. So get that shit together, please.
Phil put down-
Spotify.
Is it Chris? Because he beat Taylor?
No,
Oh,
it should have been.
I'm sorry. Let me stop. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor. With that being said, we will see you guys next week. Hopefully, RJ wins, so we'll have him on because I've been wanting to have RJ on the show for a while. So,
Yo, I want RJ on the show too. So this is a public
this has
invitation.
been absolutely Paul Such podcast. We are out. Deuces.